Welcome back everybody to VALORANT Tournament 1, brought to you by KJC eSports. It is now day number 5, the second day of our semifinals, and this match is going to be between Paper Rex and XcN. In our quest to find out who will claim the throne and hashtag dominate the seas. We will be your casters for tonight. I am Dadum, here tonight with my friend Gast.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's gonna be a really insane game. These two teams, they're very good. They're very default. They're very default centric, and they're very good with their aggression. And the challenge here, really for XcN at least, is dealing with Paper Rex's what it seems to be intimate knowledge of their matchups and understanding of the positioning on the defending team, in comparison to XcN's style of just really locking things down and relying on their delay. But it's really interesting considering one of the specialties, one of the best things to watch really about XcN is how good they are at stalling, how good their sentinels are. Shout out to their Astra and their Cypher. They just know how to lock down a site. They are just so good at holding things down, and it's really going to be interesting going up against a style as aggressive and as execution oriented as Paper Rex's, Dadum.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see as well that the first map of the night will be split. Now that goes to show you that XcN is kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say stuff, I don't want to put words into, but I'm just gonna say it. It seems to me like XcN didn't really do a good job of doing their homework, because a quick check of the stats and you will see that Paper X has a whopping 75% win rate on split, Gast, and that is mind-boggling. That's mind-boggling. That's based on VLRGG's stats, mind you. And yeah, the first map is going to be split with Paper X starting off with the attack. So I don't know, it's something to be really excited about.
They don't listen. It's not that they didn't do their homework. It's just that they're trying to build a storyline. They want to make this entertaining for the people. They want to make it entertaining for us. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, "Hey, a 75% win rate, time to turn it into a 60% win rate." So
yeah, definitely.
It's going to be really interesting. But again, speaking of split, it just plays, I think, to XcN's strengths as well, which is they love those quick rotates. They love going for reads, and they love playing for that information. Same style as similar to Paper Rex, but with a really different approach here. It's a narrow map, so it means that their utility-centric approaches to taking map control, from XcN's side at least, on the defensive, is going to be huge in stopping Paper Rex. Like, again, it's utility. It's utility versus the dueling skills of PRX, essentially. PRX, they're good with their utilities, they're good with executes, but XcN's use of utility to take map control, to take space, is something that I don't think Paper Rex will be ready to deal with unless they did their homework, and I'm pretty sure they did. But that being said, again, it's VALORANT. It's a game between two already good teams. They're semi-finalists for a reason, and anything could honestly happen at this point. They don't.
Anything can definitely happen. But first, before we get too much into that match, we would like to thank our sponsor first, and that would be AimLab. Download now on Steam if you want to get better with your aim. And we are having a giveaway of up to 1,500 VALORANT points. Just type !giveaway in the chat below, and on July 3, we will announce 10 lucky winners. So if you want free VPs like me, join now. And also, don't forget to give us a like, give us a share. We are at KJC eSports on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and yes, everywhere. Just look us up and give us a like button, give us a share, give us a follow.
We're like good friends. We're like your good friends, you know. KJC eSports. You know, we're here for a good time. We are here for you. All you have to do is look for us. We're gonna be right in your corner, giving you free stuff. So yeah, sign up for that giveaway. You might have a good chance of winning. I mean, I've never won one personally, but hey, that's why it's a randomizer. So at the very least, we all have equal chance of winning and losing. It just so happened that and last time it was a bit of an unequal chance, but I signed up, Dadum. I signed up. I signed up, and I'm ready. I'm ready to. I can feel it. I can feel like I had a dream last night that I won a bundle. I won a skin. I won a lot of money. And
I mean, who doesn't want 1,500 VPs, right? And on top of that, we are in something to talk about. In talking about VPs, we are on a brand new patch, right, guys? Patch 3.0. So it's going to be a real interesting thing to look out for in our first match of the night, because something I had noticed is that Paper Rex before patch 3.0, actually in the qualifiers, they loved playing Omen no matter what map it is. Like Mind Freak consistently picks the Omen wherever they're playing. But after 3.0, they have switched to the Astra. And Mind Freak loves Astra. Every time you give him Astra, he pops off. Consistently, he was a top fragger. Even in the quarterfinals, he was playing out of his mind. So, I don't know. On Split, how do you think that's going to play our game, guys?
Well, it's actually a really interesting point that you brought up here, because Paper Rex, it's not just Mind Freak that can put up these numbers. It's every single one. We've seen Shiba hold those crazy spray transfers yesterday. Forsaken, Benkai, and D4, they can all frag. Paper Rex can all frag, and they're all confident. And they're all bringing it right out the gate. As soon as the round starts, bang, bang, headshot, headshot, ace, 3K, 2K, every K, right? and that's Paper Rex. They frag out. And it's going to be interesting because XcN, they're slow starters. They take their time. They really need to warm up just to get their bearings. So hopefully we don't see any of that against a team that's just so good at snowballing. Paper X, they're so good at taking that momentum, putting their foot to the gas pedal and going straight barreling down the road like crazy. As soon as they have the momentum, it's so hard to wrest it from them. It's so hard to take it from them. So definitely XcN, they're gonna have to get rid of that slow start tendency and just be able to match them up pound for pound, because again, Paper Rex, they will duel you until you can't duel them anymore, until they take control of this game. So really something important to note here, it's gonna have to be Flinch and Frostmind putting up those numbers, but more importantly for Foxmork, he's gonna have to right out the gate be ready to duel, be ready to take these engagements, and be ready to win and carry this team along with FireZ's, because they can't afford to give this momentum to PRX.
Yeah, speaking of fragging, Frostmind, mind you, I just want to say these stats right now. Frostmind, in the first first 4 games in this tournament, has a whopping 40 to 50% headshot rate. That's just on Frostmind. Those numbers aren't really that far ahead from the rest of the members of XcN, and that's on top of their raw team playing prowess. They are so good with keeping their enemies on toes. We saw in the match between XcN and CBT that they played their minds out of Haven. CBT is no slouch, mind you, but XcN there were some points, honestly, Gast, where it looks like XcN were toying with them. Like they were setting up info traps left and right, and the rotations for them were actually insane. So now though, it's in Split. Speaking of stats yet again, let's check XcN. We said Paper X has a 75% win rate on Split, right? XcN, they only have a 50% win rate on Split, which is it looks kind of iffy for them, but you know, their stats, they say something, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and now we're gonna get the game underway. Really good composition from both sides here. XcN is running that Astra, and PRX, they're sticking with that Omen. They're saying, you know what, F the meta, let's go Omen, blind, paranoia. It's paranoia central for them. But it's going to be interesting because, again, PRX, it's a very, very execute heavy team. They have a good strat book, and they have a good idea of where they're gonna go. The trick is getting past that Astra's, simply put, immense amount of delay when you get onto that site, and they are running a lot of stall and a lot of sentinels, so it's going to be really interesting, especially on this default here.
Astra, definitely something to watch out for. Even with the nerfs, she's still pretty solid. But Forsaken starting off the round with the counter Frostmine, and that's a blind fight. So yes, she has to run away, but through the smoke, Forsaken gets him. Now it's a 3 versus 5 because the Vi is getting caught up through the smoke yet again. Rosify. Now a 3 versus 4 because 2 members of XcN are down. 2 down as well for PRX. Make that 3, make that 4 because Mind Freak, the only one left standing. But look, he is crawling his way silently into B side. The members of the XcN have no idea that he is already here. He does have the paranoia still up and 1 smoke to his name, regenerating in 10 seconds. So he's going to have a lot of utilities to his name right now. But look, he's not opting for the plant because the communications might be coming through. He knows that one of the members is low. Flinch. And look at this. Look at the hold in mid side, in these angles by XcN. They are playing this so slowly. They're being so patient, waiting for the plant, and they have info on Mind Freak now. Look, They're heading down through those.
30 seconds
Mindfreak
left.
doesn't know that all of them are there. And is he going to peek this? This is so risky, guys. And there we go. XcN Rosify with the secure, with the 3K. Secures up first round for PRX.
Absolutely, and that was a great hold from XcN. It looks like they're really ready for how to play this defensive side against PRX. They know that PRX can duel. They know that PRX can win. So what do we do?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, let's stack Vent. He's gonna have to come. He's gonna have to either come to us or he's gonna come to a side. But either way, we're gonna play for trades, and that's a really great trademark about XcN. PRX takes advantage of these 1v1s that their opponents take. But what if they're playing for trades? What if they're playing together? That's exactly what XcN is doing to punish the default-centric heavy play style of PRX. Play together, win together, get those kills and get those trades. That's how they take these rounds here.
Yeah, speaking of defaults, look at this. The members of PRX are actually... oh my goodness, Mark with that peak. Takes down Forsaken immediately, and that is the Sky out of the equation. And remember, that's Forsaken. He has been so essential when it comes to these entries for the side of PRX. And now look, the members of PRX are slowly scattering, still deciding if they should commit to this mid-side push. And they are actually rotating down to B main ever so slowly, man. This is something to witness indeed. But look at XcN. Everyone is watching that mid side with the exception of Rosify, slowly pushing up that vent. Not vent. Yeah, ramp. Sorry. And oh, there goes the entry from the side of PRX. That's a lot of members getting mowed down by Rosify. 3 members down from that single Spectre spray, and that's the flawless coming through. PRX not even getting a single kill.
That's your KJC flawless right there, guys.
Let's go.
KJC's flawless, but again, it's a pretty standard round. It's an eco. There's not much that you can do, and it doesn't help that your primary initiator, PRX, is going to have to rely on Forsaken to enter those sites. Forsaken's the only one with the flash. You have Mindfreak, but again, Sky's flashes are actually the only flashes in the game that regenerate. So they need to keep him alive if they want to survive these mid pushes, because XcN is stacking mid, denying them every single bit of control. So really, Forsaken has to survive.
Yeah, Forsaken, definitely a key member to watch out for here. Now, look, PRX are looking to play this default a little bit slowly, or they're actually playing the default by default. and yeah, they are not still looking for those. Right now, they are looking for information. They're looking for maybe a single pick-off, maybe a single member of XcN to show themselves, get a headshot, maybe get a pick off, I don't know. And because they are playing this so slowly, they have a lot of time in their hands. And FireZS slowly making his way down mid. So it looks like he might opt for the rotation or the push. We don't know as of yet, but look at that. Yet again, they're playing this so slowly. And like you said earlier, Forsaken is definitely one of the things they have to care for when playing for attack, because that flash, that utility is so essential on top of the information that a Sky provides even on the attacking side. And now look, Forsaken leading the charge here down to A site as the members of PRX slowly huddling up here. There goes the cages. Here comes the Hawk. Doesn't find anyone as of yet. No info. There you go, the entry. But the Killjoy is there to slow them down a little bit, as members of PRX are setting up in A site now, and they are going to want to opt for this post plant. XcN has started rotating here, but Forsaken, oh, he is in the smoke. This is a bit risky here, as Benkai is on that cipher. Look at the push on mid side, but Forsaken, never mind that thought, as there goes the Hawk. The blinds, the false mark is the next target. Forsaken yet again proving that he is such a part of the team. But FireZS with a trade with the kills, 3 on 3 now. Oh, the timer is sticking on the spike as Benkai takes out Frostmind. Benkai takes out another, as Shiba will not be needed by Benkai as 3K falls on through him, and that's the first round coming through for PRX.
That's exactly why you gotta delay it. That's what we were talking about here. XcN, they need to make the most of their delay composition, because PRX, their post plant is so strong, and XcN, their post plant is great. But again, you left Forsaken alive. Forsaken is their win condition. He has all the flashes, he has all the information, and him staying alive, that was crucial for the round. But again, XcN, interesting thing to note here, they're not fighting for map control. They would much rather play for retake, but it's hard against Forsaken. They take him down, they win these rounds.
Yeah, it's kind of an unconventional strategy, if you will, playing for the retakes, but Rosify gets banged down. You not get to be boosted in front of us, and you have to get back into that site, as it looks like yet another slow default for PRX, playing this so beautifully. And look at the slow push. This is the thing that I like the most about PRX. None of them is the designated entry fragger. Because now look, Shiba with the pick takes flinch onto 33 HP. But the gravity wells are there to slow them down a little bit. And it looks like the members of PRX are eyeing B site yet again. As they are A site rather. Because they are running for the hills, running into A site. Rosify, gets taken down by Benkai. But Frostmind, is playing out of his mind with a double dink with the Vandal. Meaning it's a 2-kill for him. Now 4 versus 3, and that halts the push onto A site, but it looks like it still is the target for PRX because Mindfreak carrying the spike, slowly making his way down onto that A site with Shiba. It's going to be a real hard push for them yet again though, because Frostmind is still here, and yes, that's the alarm bot giving a bit of information. And 30 seconds left on the timer, not a lot of time in their hands as PRX are actually deciding to take control of A Heaven. Look at this, the buy catches FRZS off guard. And that's the in-time rotation into B side. That kill opens up B side just enough. And look at the rotations from both teams. They both know that B side is now the target as 10 seconds is left on the timer. No ultimates up for anyone as the buy. False mark gets those kills. 1 versus 2 now. Spike has been planted. Frostmind, you will have to play out of your mind in this 1v2 because it is the retake. It is the Vi and Mindfreak. Both of these members have popped off in recent times. Both of them have crispy aims, and look at this, 45 seconds, tick tock as Frostmind slowly making his way into heaven. It looks like he will be opting for the save here because he is recalling, praising the alarm bots. Yep, he wants to save that Vandal because look at the economy right now of XcN, Gast.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great play from PRX here. Devi holding that middle position was absolutely so crucial in winning these rounds for them. And that's what you love to see about PRX. They're very, very good at mid-round rotations. And the thing about XcN is they are a smart team. They are good at retakes. But the thing is, they rushed every fight. They took 1v3s every single time because they wanted to deny the plant. And it would have worked out if they could get the kills, but you're playing against a team that can aim and that can win. So honestly, it's a bit of a back and forth here. XcN, they're good for the team plays. They're good at playing these trades, taking out these win conditions. But PRX, they're very cerebral. They know how to think and they know how to make quick mid-round adjustments to take the round and capitalize on the impatience of the enemy team.
Capitalize indeed, and on top of their crispy aim as well, it looks like they're eyeing B site as of now. They do know that the Astra is there because the gravity wells has not been used as yet. But flinch with the peak, gets 1, gets 2 with the Sheriff making it work, but Mindfreak evening it out just a little bit. PRX though, mind you, has the gun advantage even if they're 1 man down. It's barrier, and there is actually getting committed on the eco round. XcN wants to win this even if they only have the Sheriffs in hand. But look, the Vi has the Phantom, is opting for that 1v1 onto the enemy jet on jet action right there, guys. And the spike is now being couriered into A site. This is looking a little bit iffy for PRX. They are 2 man down. They do have the Phantoms to work with though, so it will be a very doable situation for them. But XcN looking so good with those headshots, especially Flynn. Now look, he does have the Cosmic Divide up now just because of the 2 kills he picked up earlier. And because of the Resurrection being committed by Rosify, they can opt to use that in this round. Now look, the slow entry coming through from the members of PRX. They don't know that the site is clear, but that is a Killjoy still hanging on to that angle down in City. He spots the barrel. He sees Benkai. He gets the kill. Now it's a 2 versus 5. A retake is going to be so easy with a 3-man advantage, even with the Sheriffs in hand, because that's the last player standing. Mindfreak. The Vi gets a kill onto FireZS, but now they have info on him down in heaven. He gets slowed down by Rosify. They are going to commit to this defuse because the Vi's getting so much utility punished onto him, and that's a thrifty round coming through from XcN.
Yeah, that was a great thrifty, and this is what we were talking about earlier. We told you, chat. We said that the Super Sentinels, Astra, it's Flinch and Frostmind, who are really great at holding down the site, getting information, playing for trades, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is XcN's strength. This is XcN's playground. Hey, let's let them push into us. Let's be smart with our utility. And on top of that, if you can aim and you're good for the reads, you can win these games. And that's how XcN is keeping it so close to PRX. It's this defensive hold that is winning them these games.
Yeah, definitely the defensive hold that is winning them right now. 3-2 on the board. XcN is not far up ahead, guys. They're just one round ahead, but they are definitely building momentum. Because look, that eco round, that sheriff round, just goes to show you that these guys know what they're doing. These guys can frag. And Davai going through the entry because oh no, that is the pain shells going to force the members of PRX out of the heaven. And the Seekers getting committed as well, but Frostmind halting their momentum a little bit. That's the neural theft getting committed by Benkai as well. Frostmark wins that duel against Davai. Now it's a 3 versus 4. All the members of XcN are down in vents, with the exception of Flinch, who has the Cosmic Divide still up. They can use this here if they want to. They do have the man advantage as well, but Mindfreak is up with his own ultimate. So let's see if he will be able to find some value here. It is the Omen, so it's from the shadows. Oh, the double peek does find the 2 kills as Flitch secures the double dink. The only one left standing is Mindfreak. Use the paranoia for nothing, and that's instant punishment from FarzES.
Again, we talked about this earlier. Their retakes are good. Their retakes are so good, but it's everything that XcN is doing everything right. They're holding against PRX. They're not giving them any information, and they're getting the timings on their peaks just right. But more importantly, they're playing together. They're playing for trades. They're playing for their retake. And XcN, PRX is a great post-plant team, but XcN is just as good at retaking. And we're seeing the fruits of their labor right now. We don't have flashes, but we have team play. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to peek you together and Flinch, again, pulling up insane numbers. These guys are afraid. He's not called Flinch for nothing, Dadum. He's putting up these numbers. He's getting those frags, and he is really just holding things down for the team. It's just great team play and individual play from these XcN here.
Yeah, XcN definitely showing how good they are on the aggressive side, just showcasing how well they can play on the retake. And now Davai committing the Blade Storm. They're now slowly pushing in heaven. He does only have the Blade Storm in hand, so that would be a bit of a not an actually an advantage for him because he does have the ultimate. But Frostmind is back here yet again. He does have the lockdown out if he needs to use it. Frostmark, oh, gets taken out by the Blade Storm. There goes the Tailwind in as Davai gets shut down by Frostmind. Oh, the Frostmind gets another. And that's a paranoia going wide, but Mindfreak luckily doesn't push. He just stays in the smoke. So that's a smart play from him. But he knows that he is there because Rosify and the rest of XcN are now in sight. Oh my goodness, Gast.
I guess rotation's not the only thing you're gonna have to keep in mind. It's gonna have to be Frost as well. That's crazy. Again, XcN, they're just so good at holding. They're so great at holding their sites, and that is the critical thing here. PRX, they cannot execute if you are stopped in the middle of your movement, in the middle of your execute. It's so difficult, and they know it. There's so much respect for Flinch's hold. There's so much respect for Frostmind's utility. And PRX, they do not have an effective answer. If Davai moves in, he's all by himself on site, and they pick him off. They're trying to get picks, but XcN is not giving it to them. It's so disciplined and so wonderful to see against an aggressive team like PRX.
Yeah, and one thing to note as well, it seems to me like Mindfreak's Omen is not working out right now. The paranoias have been a little bit iffy so far, and I'd love to see him pop off a little bit more on this Omen. You know, Omen right now is not really a conventional pick because as we know, Astra is the preferable controller, especially in 3.0. But now on the attacker side is when Omen should be shining, and I'm excited to see Mindfreak pop off because we know that he is a pretty darn good player. He has been on the top of those boards for actually some games in our tournament, as Benkai is actually getting taken out already, as a site seems to be the hit target here for PRX. But look at this, Shiba actually holding down mid, waiting for the rotation from XcN, and this is actually a really smart play for them, letting one member go to flank, because XcN as such a rotation-oriented team, they can be really caught off guard by that one flanking member, and that is Shiba right now holding vents. Unfortunately for him though, nobody pathed that way for XcN, because now look, there's the members of PRX are slowly getting collapsed on from both the north and south sides. FarzES holding the operator gets one. I didn't even know that he had the operator this round, Gast, and that is the Cosmic Divide from the defender side, and that's the defuse getting committed. Oh, but Shiba will get the kill, but the defenders have already committed the defuse, and that's just 6-2 on the board for XcN.
PRX is on their toes. PRX is on their toes, Dadum. They really are. XcN is making the adjustment. They're making the adjustment here. Look what they were doing earlier. They were taking map control. They were pushing out. As soon as they get the information from Frostmine that we got a pick, we got somebody, we got contact, last 30 seconds. The entire team moves, and they're aware that PRX knows that they want to be lurking, that XcN is going to be sending somebody for map control, so they take the long flank. It's just XcN reading the PRX's playbook here.
Yeah, definitely. XcN is also getting in the mind of RGX's. Look at the push. Oh, catches for a second with his pants down and flinch as well with the backup for the Vi. Because, oh my god, one enemy is remaining because Benkai is the only one left standing. He will want to get a kill because he's getting slowly collapsed on. He does have the cage to trigger. But look at the operator hold from FireZS. This is so scary. It's him, Benkai, against the world. And he will be slowly making his way out. But FireZS waiting for him with open arms. There goes the peek. There goes the shot and the kill from FireZS.
It was an eco round, so it's a pretty standard from XcN. But I love how XcN is playing right now. They have the reads. They know that PRX is playing slow, and PRX is starting to fall into their momentum. PRX, they have to force reactions, and it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to force rotations. It's so hard to force them to respect you when you don't have enough utility to stop them, to force that respect out. Mindfreak needs to be a lot better with his smokes so that they can create the pressure that they need. But more importantly, we'll need a bit of a Zenkai boost for everyone, not just Benkai. It's gonna have to be everybody on PRX playing a lot better and hitting those shots and just taking out these holes here.
Yeah, the operator pick off from FireZS as well has not been punished so far, but the Vi holding an operator of his own. So they are holding different angles, different sides of the map right now, but it's going to be key in what's going to play out this match. Flinch is back on B site, and that is the Killjoy holding A site as well. And it looks like mid is the target for Benkai and the rest of the gang. And this is a pretty smart move from them. Oh, as Postmark gets dinked, and that's the wall from both Sages. The blind for Forsaken is beautiful, but the Page Health is there to slow them down a little bit as he gets taken down to 20 HP, I believe. And the rotation is going to come through from PRX. Shiba with the heal will chip their health bars back to full HP. And yeah, look at this. PRX, I love that they're changing their pace a little bit now. I love that they are slowly making a feel for the game. It's maybe a little late in the game, but it's never too late to start winning. And there you go, the Seekers getting committed, and that is the gravity well to slow them down a little bit as the entry comes through from the members of PRX. They are in heaven as well. Oh, Forsaken takes one, Devi takes another. And that's Benkai. This is it, PRX. This is your round to win. Forsaken with the flash gets the blind. Oh, but the Blade Storm is there. Forsaken is 30 HP. He gets healed, but the Vi with the headshot onto FireZS. That's the jet difference? Question mark? I don't know, but Frostmine is the only one left standing for XcN. And there you go, the flawless, another flawless. It's actually the first flawless round for PRX.
And that PRX really needed that. Again, XcN, they were setting the pace. They were setting the pace to something that was slower, and PRX was following it. But the great adjustment here was really the explosivity. Let's launch the Vi in. You know what? Screw it, the Vi. Just push, and we'll follow. We'll follow. And this is the Zenkai boost that they needed. This could be the game shifter here. This could be the momentum creator for PRX. Just one more round is all they need to set themselves in a comfortable defensive half here.
Yeah, definitely. 7-3 on the board right now. They definitely have all the tools they need. They have 2 ultimates up. That is the resurrection. So definitely, it's essentially a 6 versus 5 this round if they need to use it. And that's on top of the From the Shadows as well for that extra unpredictable rotations from Mindfreak, who again is someone to watch out for. Mindfreak we know can frag, so my eyes are on you right now, man, because he is holding down A Heaven. And the members of PRX are slowly wanting to push this. Look, the Fosmork holding that angle. Forsaken, gets spotted, but he takes down with the Peeker's advantage. Fosmork is there. Fosmork is dead. They don't know that Frostmind is here as well, though. Oh, He goes for the peek. He sees the barrel. Oh, he gets 2 immediately. That's a double headshot from Frostmind, evening out. No, putting the advantage into XcN's hand because now they have the one-man advantage. The Vido is still holding the operator. The operator has not been punished as far as he is taken chipped, getting chipped down to low HP, but Flinch is there with the backup. Oh my goodness, last player standing for PRX and XcN. They do not want any momentum coming out of the Vi and the rest of the gang from PRX because he is the only one left standing now. He is holding the operator though, so he is wanting to make something happen, maybe looking for some kills, but yeah, this is just another XcN round, Gast.
Yeah, definitely. And you know why they call him Frostman, Dadum?
Yeah,
because he got ice in his veins, and he's just as cold and calculated. Yeah, you like that. And yeah, again, XcN, they're so good at punishing PRX. PRX, they wanted to make the individual plays. They're so used to being able to beat everybody in 1v1s, winning their duels every single time. But XcN, they didn't just show up today with their skills. They came up. They showed up with their team play here. They're not just playing individualistically here. Notice how as soon as FireZ says contact heaven, you immediately have Flinch running towards the flank to take down Shiba. And that's the kind of coordination that XcN has, that's allowing them to take this game over PRX. So PRX, they gotta play closer together and again play for those pressure strategies because XcN has a stalk comp right now.
Yeah. That's the paint shells. Oh, that's perfect because all the members of XcN of PRX are here now. But Frostmark getting chipped down to 11 HP. He has to use the blast back away. And he gets healed immediately as it looks like the members of PRX want to commit to this. They want to commit to this. This is them playing so slowly, ever so slowly. But Frostmind is still here. Mind you, Frostmind is one of the members to look out for. He has been popping off this game, playing out of his mind. As look, the push to heaven comes through. Frostmark is holding this tight angle. So, this is going to be risky. This is double peek coming through. There we go. Oh, but Forsaken takes him out immediately. Forsaken and Shiba takes out another. Now it's a 2-man advantage for the side of PRX. This is it, man. I believe this. Oh, but the wallbang gets Rosify. That makes it a 2 versus 5 with the operator onto... Wait, actually, no operator for FireZ because he has picked up that Phantom now. And they are going to want to play this because it is 8-3 on the board. Oh my god, the Vi almost connects even while blind. That's a scary, scary operator in his hand. Oh, 1 enemy remaining because Mind Freak is there with the push onto screens. Flinch takes out Mind Freak and Flinch, yeah, gets taken down by Forsaken. That's 8-4 on the board for the first half.
PRX really needed that round. At the very least, an 8-4 is not unwinnable. It's not difficult. It's not hard at all. So PRX really needed that round. Again, playing slow, playing to the tempo of XcN with that explosivity is good. It's good as a tempo mix-up. But really, for this defensive half, they have to be ready to change their approach. They have to be ready to take the fight to XcN, to just take those brawls because XcN was just clinical in taking down PRX's default heavy style on the aggressive. And when you have a default heavy style, you lend yourself to just being easily picked off. So what PRX needs now really is that trademark aggression. And we're definitely going to see it. They're going to fight for map control for sure, just so that they can get a beat on rotations, just so that they can make sure that XcN is feeling that pressure.
Yeah, PRX as well is a team that's known to play out of their minds when it comes to those duels. These guys have insane aims, and when you are on the defensive side, that's really all you need because all you have to do is tap on those heads and the push will be slowed down, will be halted. But XcN though is one to watch out for with those rotations on the attacker side. Oh, Forsaken, look at this aggression for him! And it gets punished instantly by Rosify because he takes down 2. And now he takes down the 3rd kill of the round. Man, Rosify is playing so well as this battle sage. Just 1 enemy is remaining. It's the 4K. He's looking for the ace, but it gets stolen by Postmark. But no problem though, because XcN will happily take that dub.
To be fair, I've seen teams lose. I've seen teams lose really winnable rounds because they were hungry for the ace. Those are smart team play. Again, XcN, they're not a selfish team by any means. They play together and they play for each other. And it's beautiful to see, really. It's the power of friendship and flowers for XcN. but XcN, it looks like they did their homework on PRX. They know how aggressive PRX can be, and that soft info from Forsaken was good. They got that blind, but again, it's soft information. You don't know where they are, and that's just it. They got punished by that crossfire. Again, the team play from XcN working out, and the utility usage as well. Just so much map control.
Yeah, so much map control indeed, and this is their signature playstyle, man. On the attacker side, they play so darn good with those shot calls. And it looks like they are rushing down A side here, rushing all parts of the map basically. As Frostmind peeks as well down A, gets one. Oh my goodness, Frostmind! Ice in his veins indeed, as he gets taken down by Benkai. Will not be able to ice that one out, as Davai gets taken out as well. 2 versus 4 now. It's not looking so good for PRX, but it is the eco round for them, so they were able to get 1 kill, which should hurt the economy of XcN just a little bit.
Yeah, but again, PRX, they have the read here. They wanted to grow aggressive. They wanted to get those kills, and there's really not much that you can do on an eco round here. But it looks like it might be a little bit better with this bonus. And listen, Dadum, if they don't win this round, it's going to be another round lost. They're gonna have to be forced into a match point, so they have to win this round if they want to stay in this. If they want to take the first map. That's what they need right now. They need to be able to just manage the aggression and the utility from XcN. Just bait it out. Respect Flinch's utility, and you'll have a good chance at beating them, because it's just so much pressure from XcN and PRX. They don't have the agent comp to deal with it.
Yeah. So much pressure indeed from XcN, as Mind Freak gets shot a little bit through the smoke, gets tagged once, but still relatively healthy. And now look at the members of XcN. They are playing so good, man, on the attacker side. Like, they are giving no information where they want to push. They're definitely keeping PRX on their toes on the attacker side, as that is the paranoia getting committed for the slow of the push, but no push is coming through so far yet again. Look at but the entry coming through from Foskmork. Is it a real entry? Because he is the only one here. And it looks like the members of PRX are holding their ground. They're not rotating as of yet. But hold that thought, because 4 members of PRX are actually moving down to B site. The only member down A is that Cypher, Benkai. He has a Cypher though, so he does have a lot of tools. And look, that is the info given away. That's the members of PRX slowly rotating down to A side. They know that XcN is wanting to get this. Benkai tries to get something done. Takes FireZS to 31 HP, but he gets taken down immediately because that's a 4-member strong team. The Hawk has been destroyed! Oh no! Forsaken gets taken down. 3 versus 2 now, and that's the instant resurrect onto Flinch, making that a 2 versus 4 for the attacker side. And XcN, holy moly, they just steamrolled that round.
It's not them steamrolling Dadum. It's not just them steamrolling. It's what it takes to steamroll PRX. They're isolating 1v1s. XcN, they're not going for these greedy peaks. They're so clinical in just taking PRX down. Did you see the play by Flinch against Mindfreak? As soon as Mindfreak throws that paranoia, pressure again, counter utility. Utility usage from XcN is so good. The pressure from Flinch is so good. This is why you need it. They're losing here. It's the composition. You need an Astra if you want to win the pressure game. And so far, it's just XcN that is coming up on top, Dadum.
Yeah, they are definitely playing out of their minds now. They are definitely in the hands of PRX. As Rosify starts off the round with a kill onto Mind Freak. Remember, this is PRX. This is the same PRX that X10 fought against in VCTs and gave them a run for their money. They're just getting slowly and methodically destroyed by XcN in this first map. And look at this, Rosify is actually leading the charge onto B site. The spike is not there as of yet though, because it is being carried by FireZS. But it is getting planted now as the members of PRX slowly making their way onto that site as well. They only have the sheriffs in hand though, so let's see if they can make anything happen here. He gets spotted by Flinch. Oh no, the headshot doesn't connect, and Forsaken gets taken out. Now it's a 2 versus 5. And that's a frenzy being held by Shiba, looking to make something happen here. Benkai wants to get the tap onto Rosify, will get tapped down, as now it's a 3k Rosify, and it's a 12-4 on the board for XcN.
And it looks like the game is pretty much sealed at this point. It's so unfortunate, but again, it's not that PRX is bad or they're messing up. It's just the composition is not good for their team, for their playstyle here. PRX wanted to create pressure on attack and defense. They wanted to be able to create information traps, but they don't have enough utility for it. And this is where Astra shines, and that is what you're seeing here, chat. Everybody, this is what we call a comp diff. The composition allows XcN to thrive in an information-heavy game.
And look at this, the Vi holding the operator yet again. It is 12-4 on the board, so PRX can do whatever they want, whatever the heck they please to do so, because they have 8 rounds to their name. They have a lot of room to work with. And oh, there you go, PRX takes down 1. There you go. Not a lot of room for them, but Forsaken gets punished immediately yet again, not finding any value with that aggression as we get taken down to a 2 versus 2. The operator on the Vi, will it pay off this round? It looks like, oh, that's the Cosmic Divide getting committed as well by the attacker side. And this is the plant coming through down B side. Here we go, it's the retake game for the Vi and Benkai. This is all on you guys, everything on the line for the first map of the night. They push through the wall. Oh, 1 enemy remaining. This is looking good. And yes, there you go. Benkai takes out Vice another round for PRX.
Yep, but they still got a lot of work ahead of them. This operator, though, it's going to be really, really important for the Vi here. The Vi needs to find value out of that operator, but more importantly, they have to figure out how to counterplay against Flinch's Astra. Because so far, all of the pressure, the only thing that is preventing PRX from rotating is the pressure from Flinch's stars. And that is how good Astra is on this map here. There's no counterplay. There is no counter utility that PRX can throw at Astra, except another Astra. It's just like, you know, how do you beat a gun in rock, paper, scissors? You get another gun. And that's the thing here. They have a lot of work, and they need to win this next 2 rounds if they want to be able to get some chance at a comeback.
Yeah, some chance at a comeback indeed, as 12-5 is on the board. Oh! The double blind coming through is not going to translate too much because 2 members are left for PRX. This is not looking good for them. The Vi with the operator looking to make something happen. Does not spot anyone through the Cloudbursts. He gets 1. It's a 1 versus 3 now. It's going to be real hard playing that operator only as the spike is getting planted. Oh, the Vi, everything is now on you, buddy. You have to make something happen because this is the match point. And he is slowly pushing down heaven, trying to find another gun because the operator is something hard to work out with when you're all alone, no teammates. And he gets that Phantom. Oh, this is scary. 1 versus 3. He has no info on where any member of XcN is. He knows that they are inside somewhere, but the spike. Tick tock, the clock is ticking indeed. The Vi, you have to push soon as no. Rosify won't allow you, and that's the first game XcN takes split.
Well, that was game's a game.
Yeah.
Dadum, and this is really what was the difference maker in this entire game. It was the Astra. It was the Astra pick. But more importantly, look at the way that XcN wanted to play this, and they played it honestly perfectly. Why is it that Force Smoke and Fires are down below? It's not because they're bad fraggers. They have been doing their job, but it's just that because on defensive side, they built their composition around creating a strong defense. Astra is one of the most versatile agents in the game, and that was perfect for XcN. It allowed XcN to decide what kind of how they wanted to approach this game. It allowed them to run away with it, honestly. Just the comp difference, just pushing through for XcN.
Yeah, comp difference and those calls from XcN. Man, I love how they played the defensive side, knowing that they are so good with aggression. I love how XcN knows how to play when they are on the defense, because mind you, they are very strong as a team. Not saying that PRX isn't, they are too, but XcN just showcasing how well they know, how well they play as a team when they were on the defender's side. They opted for those retakes, which is what they are so good at, and they just capitalized so well on that first game. And hey, that is actually it. XcN taking the first game in this best of 3, and I am Dadum casting here tonight with Gast. We will see you guys with the next match with Icebox, so stay tuned for that one. See you in a few. The Frostmine, and that's a blind fire. So yes, she has to run away, but through the smoke, Forsaken gets him. Now it's a 3 versus 5 because the Vi is getting caught up through the smoke yet again. Rosify. Now a 3 versus 4 because 2 members of XcN are down. 2 down as well for PRX. Make that 3, make that 4 because Mind Freak, the only one left standing, but that mid side, with the exception of Rosify, slowly pushing up that vent. Yeah, ramp, sorry, and oh, there goes the entry from the side of PRX. That's a lot of members getting mowed down by Rosify. 3 members down from that single Spectre spray, and that's the flawless coming through. PRX not even getting a single kill as well, but Mind Freak is up with his own ultimate, so let's see if he will be able to find some value here. It is the Omen, so it's from the shadows. Oh, the double peek does find the 2 kills as Flitch secures the double dink. The only one left standing is Mind Freak. Use the paranoia for nothing, and that's instant punishment from FarzES. Way for XcN, because now look, there's the members of PRX are slowly getting collapsed on from both the north and south sides. FarzES holding the operator gets 1. I didn't even know that he had the operator this round, Gast, and that is the cosmic divide from the defender's side, and that's the defuse getting committed. Oh, but Shiba will get the kill, but the defenders have already to push this. Look, the Foskmork holding that angle. Forsaken, oh, gets spotted, but he takes down with the Peeker's advantage. Foskmork is there. Foskmork is dead. They don't know that Frostmind is here as well, though. Oh, he goes for the peek. He sees the barrel. Oh, he gets 2 immediately. That's a double headshot from Frostmind, evening out. No, putting not be able to ice that one out as the Vi gets taken out as well. 2 versus 4 now. It's not looking so good for PRX, but it is the eco round for them, so they were able to get 1 kill, which should hurt the economy of XcN just a little bit.
Yeah, but again, here
done. Takes FarzES to 31 HP, but he gets taken down immediately because that's a 4-member strong team. Oh, the Hawk has been destroyed! Oh no, Forsaken gets taken down. 3 versus 2 now, and that's the instant resurrect onto Flinch, making that a 2 versus 4 for the attacker's side, and XcN. Holy hand though, so let's see if they can make anything happen here. He gets spotted by Flinch. Oh no, the headshot doesn't connect, and Forsaken gets taken out. Now it's a 2 versus 5. And that's a frenzy being held by Shiba, looking to make something happen here. Benkai wants to get the tap onto Rosify, will get tapped down, as now it's a 3k Rose. It's the plant coming through down B side. Here we go. It's the retake game for Defy and Benkai. This is all on you guys. Everything on the line for the first map of the night. So they push through the wall. Oh, 1 enemy remaining. This is looking good. And yes, there you go. Benkai takes out Bison another round for PRX.
Yep, but they
Harry 1 versus 3. He has no info on where any member of XcN is. He knows that they are inside somewhere, but the spike. Tick tock, the clock is ticking indeed. Because the Vi, you have to push soon as no. Rosify won't allow you, and that's the first game XcN takes split. Around with the counter Frostmine, and that's a blind fire. So yes, she has to run away, but through the smoke, Forsaken gets him. Now it's a 3 versus 5 because the Vi is getting caught up through the smoke yet again. Rosify. Now a 3 versus 4 because 2 members of XcN are down. 2 down as well for PRX. Make that 3, make that 4 because Mind Freak, the only one left standing, but that mid side, with the exception of Rosify, slowly pushing up that vent. Yeah, ramp, sorry, and oh, there goes the entry from the side of PRX. That's a lot of members getting mowed down by Rosify. 3 members down from that single Spectre spray, and that's the flawless coming through. PRX not even getting a single kill as well, but Mind Freak is up with his own ultimate, so let's see if he will be able to find some value here. It is the Omen, so it's from the shadows. Oh, the double peek does find the 2 kills as Flitch secures the double dink. The only one left standing is Mind Freak. Use the paranoia for nothing, and that's instant punishment from FarzES. Way for XcN, because now look, there's the members of PRX are slowly getting collapsed on from both the north and south sides. FarzES holding the operator gets 1. I didn't even know that he had the operator this round, Gast, and that is the cosmic divide from the defender's side, and that's the defuse getting committed. Oh, but Shiba will get the kill, but the defenders have already to push this. Look, the Foskmork holding that angle. Forsaken, oh, gets spotted, but he takes down with the Peeker's advantage. Foskmork is there. Foskmork is dead. They don't know that Frostmind is here as well, though. Oh, He goes for the peek. He sees the barrel. Oh, he gets 2 immediately. That's a double headshot from Frostmind, evening out. No, putting not be able to ice that one out as Davai gets taken out as well. 2 versus 4 now. It's not looking so good for PRX, but it is the eco round for them. So they were able to get 1 kill, which should hurt the economy of XcN just a little bit.
Yeah, but again, PRX
Done. Takes FireZS to 31 HP, but he gets taken down immediately because that's a 4-member strong team. Oh, the Hawk has been destroyed! Oh no, Forsaken gets taken down. 3 versus 2 now, and that's the instant resurrect onto Flinch, making that a 2 versus 4 for the attacker's side. And XcN, holy hand though. So let's see if they can make anything happen here. He gets spotted by Flinch. Oh no, the headshot doesn't connect, and Forsaken gets taken out. Now it's a 2 versus 5. And that's a frenzy being held by Shiba, looking to make something happen here. Benkai wants to get the tap onto Rosify, will get tapped down, as now it's a 3k Rose. It's the plant coming through down B side. Here we go, it's the retake game for Defy and Benkai. This is all on you guys, everything on the line for the first map of the night. So they push through the wall. Oh, 1 enemy remaining. This is looking good, and yes, there you go. Benkai takes out Vice another round for PRX.
Yep, but they
Harry 1 versus 3. He has no info on where any member of XcN is. He knows that they are inside somewhere, but the spike. Tick tock, the clock is ticking indeed. Because you have to push soon as no. Rosify won't allow you, and that's the first game XcN takes split. Around with the counter Frostmine, and that's a blind fight. So yes, she has to run away, but through the smoke, Forsaken gets him. Now it's a 3 versus 5 because Davai is getting caught out through the smoke yet again. Rosify. Now a 3 versus 4 because 2 members of XcN are down. 2 down as well for PRX. Make that 3, make that 4 because Mind Freak, the only one left standing. But that mid side, with the exception of Rosify, slowly pushing up that vent. Not vent. Yeah, ramp. Sorry, and oh, there goes the entry from the side of PRX. That's a lot of members getting mowed down by Rosify. 3 members down from that single Spectre spray, and that's the flawless coming through. PRX not even getting a single kill. As well, but Mind Freak is up with his own ultimate. So let's see if he will be able to find some value here. It is the Omen, so it's from the shadows. Oh, the double peek does find the 2 kills as Fletch secures the double dink. The only one left standing is Mind Freak. Use the paranoia for nothing, and that's instant punishment from FireZS. Way for XcN, because now look, there's the members of PRX are slowly getting collapsed on from both the north and south sides. FireZS holding the operator gets 1. I didn't even know that he had the operator. This.
All right, guys, welcome back. I'm your caster, Gast Talks Fast, and this is going to be my partner, Dadum, and we just had a crazy map on PRX's map pick. XcN just proved to you why you need an Astra, why compositions in this meta, they do matter. They have upset PRX on their own map pick in a convincing fashion, but PRX, they have 1 chance. They have 1 shot to take it back, and it's this map. Dadum, what do you think? What does PRX need right now?
I think aside from the fact that they have to fix their comps, because we know the Astra was their kryptonite the last game. I was so surprised, actually. Let's talk a little bit more about the last game before we got into the next one. I'm so surprised that went so one-sidedly. I mean, yes, we mentioned the stats earlier, and it was now it's, I guess you're right. Now it's less than 75% win rate.
I told you, man.
It's a less than 75% win rate for PaperX because XcN, they have a flat 50% win rate on split before that match. So I guess things are changing that now, and that is the power of that Astra. And speaking of Astra, that's definitely one thing that PaperX need to fix this map, because that was key in what beat them in split. In my opinion, that was them just faltering in their mental, because PaperX is such a good team and you don't usually see them get destroyed like that, to be frank. But now we are on a new fresh page because Icebox, both of these teams are so good on Icebox, and I'm looking at the stats here. Both of them really like Icebox a lot, and we're starting off this one with XcN on the attacker side. What do you think about that, Gast? XcN on attackers on Icebox?
Definitely, it's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of mind games from XcN, but let's see if PRX can respond. After all, Icebox is all about those strats. But hey, if you guys want to live a pressure-free life, how about you hop on by our sponsor, AIM Labs.
Ooh,
Thank you very much
yeah.
for sponsoring us. And if you want even less pressure in your life, I suggest that you join our giveaway! Exclamation point giveaway in the chat if you want to drop on by. We are giving away 1,500 VP to 10 lucky winners on July the 3rd. Get your entries now, and let's get on down to the match.
Yes.
Let's look at these comps, Dadum.
Yeah, definitely. I'm expecting to see here Gast, the Vipers getting brought out, and there you go. Mind Freak instantly locking that up. No Viper being showed up for XcN, but I'm expecting them to lock that down as well, because you know Icebox is an essential when it comes to Viper is an essential when it comes to Icebox. We're seeing both pretty well-rounded teams and it's pretty standard, I might say, except for Forsaken on the Sage. Sage is, what do you think about this? The wall is so useful, but Sage is so expensive now when it comes to those utilities that what a single slow orb, I think, and a single wall is now up to 500 creds. That's so expensive. But Fosmark actually opting for the Sky now, and it looks like we won't be seeing Forsaken on the Sky, but he is on the Sage. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's gonna be a really interesting composition. Look at PRX. They're going for this defensive heavy composition here. They're betting it all on their defense. They want to give XcN a hard time, but XcN, it's a flip up. They want to go for this aggressive composition, or at least a more fast-paced execution heavy composition here from XcN. They just want to move in quick, and they want to move in fast, and they want to get those frags. Fosmark is going to set a lot of things up for the team. But for both of these teams, PRX and XcN, they're going to have to rely on Shiba and Rosify for information. But at this point, Icebox, huge map. It's all about that information game, Dadum.
Yeah, huge map indeed. And if we know one thing about XcN, they love rotation. They love moving around everywhere from one side to another and then back. So this is something to watch, because XcN, their team play is just uncanny. It's so good, and we were just witnesses of that in the last game, either on attackers or defenders. They're so good. They're so good at using their strength, using their aggressive strength, at finding the key weakness points of their enemy, which is right now PRX. And let's look at the guns for a little bit, because I'm seeing the Vi instantly buying a Sheriff, and they are watching. They are hoping to start off this round with good graces.
Oh yeah, there's a new Sheriff in town, and his name is Devi. But looks like he's going to be walking off that angle right there. They're going to be holding. It's going to be a full attack by XcN, but do they sense the rotation? Because the Viper's wall is coming down, and so are the rotates. Fire Z, he's going to be holding down. They're going to try to get information. Rosify throwing down that drone, but he's going to say hello, class photo to everyone, but XcN doesn't care. They're going to be moving in. They're really thinking about it here. They're all stuck down maze, and there's a lurk down mid. Can they move in time? Because they're going to be saying hello. Devi taking out Fire Z, but he's blinded. He's going to be going backside and going to be finding a lot more. He takes down Frostmark for a little bit. And there's going to be a dual. Bankai taking down Frostmark. It's going to be Bankai. He's holding up, but Shiba taking down Frostmark. Rosify going for that trend. It's still a 4v. It's a 2v2. Crazy work from Flinch and Rosify to take those. 2 apiece for them. It's going to be tough work, because Bankai takes down Rosify and Flinch to hold down the fort.
Man, it's looking scary for a little bit there for PRX. They started off that round with a huge advantage with the Sheriff. The Vi picking off RZS there was so good in that defense, because it was actually PRX. It was actually XcN with that instant commit down A site. And yeah, the rotations were there. The PRX not hesitating to rotate was a good read there, because the collapse from XcN was there. And it's almost the round, the comeback from XcN, but luckily Bankai was there with the secure, with the 2K, and now they have the good advantage.
Devi taking down Fosmark. That's exactly what you love to see. The aggression from Devi, and he sees one more for Devi. Takes out Fire Z, and it's a push from for Forsaken. He says hello. Just like that. It's Rosify and Frostmite. They're all alone. It was an eco. A disaster at that because Defy is taking down Frostmite. Rosify, he's scared. He's alone. Can he get value with barely any HP left? Defy says no value for you on his fourth. PRX, they are bringing the fight to XcN. F info. Let's just push them and see what happens. And what happens is a Defy 4K apparently.
Yeah, Defy making the Marshall work, taking a 4K, and that was so beautiful to watch. PRX claiming their place. They said, you know what, XcN? Okay, you've gotten a feel for us, but now you're in our turf. This is Icebox, baby. Anything can happen. And they are just proving it right now because Defy is holding on to that Marshall, Gast.
Yep, he wants more head taps. Defy doesn't just want to be Defy. He wants to be the guy that wins the game. It looks like he's throwing that Bladestorm out. He had 5 kills. He got 4K. Might as well use that ult. That's value. That's less of a spend for them. And now look at this. XcN. They're going to be going for default here. They're playing slow, playing for info, playing for map control. That's exactly what they needed. Conditioning PRX to believe that we are going to play really fast when really we're going to play really slow. Punish them for this passivity. But up top, we have Benkai holding. So it could be dangerous for this lurk here. Fire Z though, he could see somebody. He doesn't get the timing on Benkai. And now it's just gonna be a waiting game.
Oh my gosh.
Who's gonna turn around first? Nobody. Benkai is really holding on a bit. And now he's gonna hold down Fire Z's head. PRX needed that. There was not enough clearing from Fire Z, and Benkai knew it. And now they inclined to believe that it's going to be a B hit, but they hear noise. Forsaken here. Head gets Frostmite deals for the trade. But at this point, it's going to be a 4v3. And it's going to be very difficult for them. They have to hold down that mid position for the flank. But it looks like it's going to be an honest rotation for PRX here. They're going for the full retake against the full post plant, which will prevail because Frostmite doesn't have any HP left. And it doesn't look like Flinch has much utility either. It's going to be post plant city. Can they get it? First snakebite goes down. Chiba throwing that out. They're going to find everybody. They know where they're hiding, so they're going to be going for the push. No post plan for you, PRX. No, taking down two. It's all up to Rosify. Rosify finds one. The defender is like, no, he does not mind freak with a right click on Rosify. Seals the deal.
Man, XcN played that default so well. This is what we were talking about. They started off that round the classic XcN way, where they were just being so unpredictable. All the members were pushing different sides of the map, all so deep. 3 members committed down to A side. It was a good hold there from Forsaken. He takes one out, but he gets taken out immediately, and that signaled the start of the round, the plan coming through from XcN. And in the end, the retake game, PRX is playing so well with the aggression. They are showing that they can play. They saw XcN play aggressive, and they said, hey, we can play that game too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, here we go. Map control strategies from XcN. You know, it's an economy round from XcN PRX here. So they're just gonna wait. They're happy to hold, happy to play for map control and just look for the information. And XcN, they're just playing a default. They want to punish PRX's aggression, but they're not gonna get a chance. But look at this, Shiba holding for rotations. Does Frostbite? No. Yes, he does. He has an awareness of where Shiba is, and Shiba's gonna be walking off. Flinch. He wants to find information, but PRX, they're not giving them an inch. But are they gonna give them a little more than that? Benkai might be thinking about taking those duels, but it looks like the information where XcN is going to be set. It's B, and the rotations are coming out. But Fire Z gets tagged by Mind Freak. These guys are pretty litty with their lineups. And now with barely enough time left, XcN, they're gonna have to force this site take. But with the lurk down mid, it could be everything here. If Flinch can get at least one pick, if he can get past Shiba, it could set up this B take here. Because the rest of PRX, they know it. They see one. Benkai goes down. Frostbite taking that one. That's huge. Now they're going to be moving on to side. PRX, Defy is going to be hiding backside. He has an operator and he has a shot. Mindful goes down. And oh no. Fire Z, he peeks into one. Who the whip from Defy. They're going to go for their right clicks, but it doesn't work out. Shiba is the last resort, but still very winnable. 2v2 against 2 sheriffs. XcN though, they lose 2, and it's now a 4-0 for PRX, but a great eco for XcN.
And that was so good from XcN. They only have the sheriffs in hand, and they almost made it work. They take out 3 members, hoping to they actually almost won that round, but they do hurt the economy of PRX just a little bit. But it doesn't matter because look at PRX's bank account creds all across the board. Even with the operator Dubai, still has a spare of 1500, and that was so surprising for XcN because they didn't try something new, but it almost worked. And now with the full assault rifles, let's see if they're going to play the same way.
They need more value from Fosmart. Fosmart has been having a kind of quiet half, and they need his guiding lights to get value so they can get sight, so they can get information. It shouldn't just be Rosify finding this info here because they are running an aggressive composition. They're running an explosive composition. They need Fosmart to find value, but let's see if Devi can find some. Yes, he can. Devi's not flinching today. Flinch goes down. He's the first blood. And now PRX has the first bit of information. The full rotate to B. There are no more smokes that will let them take any side. Forsaken saying no more utils either. Rosify going down, and it's just a commanding half so far for PRX, but Frostmite has something to say about it. He takes down Shiba, evening things out, but he has a lot of work to do in a 4v3. But playing together, playing as a team, that is the strength of XcN. But Mind Freak, he sees one, he's gonna walk off. The strength of PRX is lurking and trying to find those 1v1s, and Mind Freak is looking so dangerous. But look at this, the pincher strategy. Now we know where they are. We have the numbers advantage. We can go for the lurk, and the speed at which his team is moving. PRX is moving so fast. There's barely any time left. Mind Freak can see one. He sees another, but he's blinded. Takes down the Dragon, taking out Frostmite. Mind Freak taking down two. Fosmork and Fire Z go down. Oh, what a freak on the trigger. Mind Freak holding down the fort for that 2K. Great job.
Mind Freak is acting like a freak right now, man. It seems like every member of PRX are taking a spot. Every member of PRX are actually taking shifts at the spotlight because they are in the heads of XcN and they know it. They know that XcN is so good at Icebox, and they are just asserting dominance right now, Gast, and they are in their heads.
And it's not just that, it's Devi holding down the map with that operator. They have to stop Devi if they want to be able to win this game. It looks like they have trouble because they are spotted by the turret and spotted by a lot more. The Fire Z is found out by that recon dart. They know he's going to be pushing in. But does anyone contest? No, they're not. They're just going to give that orb of the lockdown, being committed to deny them that B presence. But in that meantime, it's going to be a push from PRX. Just so much aggression here. They know it's an eco, and they know they can afford to take a few and a lot more than that. Fight Forsaken playing for that range difference, but he doesn't want to go up against those knives from Fire Z. So he's just gonna say, hey, let's chill, let's wait for that assistance. And he's gonna say, no more waiting, I'm gonna take a kill. Third for me, fourth for me, and now I'm hungry for the ace. Forsaken is going to be eating, and he wants that blood, but he does not check left. He misses. No! Rosify takes him down, and now it's going to look a little bit harder, but Devi for that cleanup makes it 6-0. And again, it's the map control strategies from PRX. XcN is just giving them too much space here.
Yeah, the push from Forsaken catches the members of XcN off guard. They know that XcN plays so close together, and that was just another round of them. Even on the eco, they actually, I was actually hoping for them to it's ripe for them, for XcN, to try new strategies on the eco, because so far none of it is working out. And that time they just got caught off guard by Forsaken.
You really need to stop Devi here though. Devi played another action, but now he's punished by Flinch. Don't look, you're gonna get taken down. Flinch for the first, and now it's going to be this round that they have a chance to come back. The attacker Killjoy's lockdown being committed as well, and so are the Seekers. We know where everybody is. We know where's one backside, but can we take him down? Fires, he gets taken down as well on that spray. Unfortunate Shiba goes down finally for the trade, and now the Viper Spit is going to be committed. They need this round if they want to stay abound in this game here. And now it's going to be a little bit slower. The methodical retake from PRX. They ride Shiba. That's good. Oh
my god.
Okay, they find Fosmork. What a spam. And now the Hunter Fury is going to be committed. They want to find that slippery snake that is Frostmine. But can Frostmine clutch us up? This team needs to keep him alive. It's a game of protecting President, and Frostmine is the VIP. He sees nothing. There's nothing in the smoke, and it's just Rosify and Flinch protecting the President and protecting the Spike as well. Shiba wants to try to find value. Oh no, Frostmine is taken down by Mind Freak, and now it's going to be a good chance. They have enough vision. They have enough time, but Flinch says no. The fake does not work, and there's no more time for Mind Freak to get in that site, and he goes down.
One enemy remaining.
But Dadum, the economy. Look at the economy of XcN right now.
XcN's economy, actually, I think they will be able to squeeze in those assault rifles just by an inch. Yep, they will be, but this is a round that they cannot afford to lose. But they finally are on the board. They finally punished the operator pickoff from Davai. But look, he's back at it again with the operator because PRX, they're just so far up ahead in terms of money. But then again, the good thing for XcN is they have the guns they need to make this work. So let's get right into round number 8. Yeah,
that's the stuff out of your nightmares. You killed the Opera, and the Opera just buys another Opera up. So they need to win this round, but Mindfreak could get the timing on Fire Z. It's all about these duels. Who's going to get the first shot when the clock strikes 12? Is it Fire Z? Is it Mindfreak? Because the drone has come out. They find Benkai, but Mindfreak again, he's going to hold. He's going to show you just what kind of freak he is. He's thinking about the swing. He hears the reload, and he swings! I am the first one to get that kill. The timing, the team play, it's working out now in Davai. He knows where everybody is. That was huge. Now they have the cut on the rotation. No one's going to be able to rotate past Davai. Grosify goes down. That's exactly what he was doing. The mid control from PRX is just too strong to get the plant. But with no money and no members, it's going to be tough coconuts for this team. They're going to have to eat and not feed. This team here, PRX is moving in. Davai moving in a little bit faster than Frostmark can handle. Frostmark going down, and now it's up to Flinch. He hears, he sees, but past the wall, it's Davai all the way from heaven. Frostmite sees one and takes him down finally, but he's all alone against 4 members of PRX. He's gonna have to get A's, but Forsaken playing off his team, playing together, take him down at XcN, get the taste of their own medicine.
Davai and Mindfreak just taking out the members of XcN one by one, and it is so man, I can't believe yet again how one-sided this game is. Man, remember, XcN is such a good team in Icebox, and they are 1-7 on the board right now, and Davai is back on the operator. You know what? He shrugs it off. He gets killed, but his teammates are there to pick it up. And look, the members of XcN, I said we were talking about, they cannot lose that round, and yet they did. And look at their economy. Sheriffs all across the board. But all hope is not lost yet though, because we've seen these teams play with sheriffs, and boy, they are no joke.
Frostman, contest mid, throw that poison cloud down mid to prevent the push from Fire Z. You need that mid control if you want to be able to play the mind games that you love to do. XcN, that's what they need right now, because PRX has the read on the mid control that they want. Shiba has a lot more than that. He has information. And Frostmark is just going to try to look for a pick here while the rest of his team move up, but with no one to clear the site and barely any guns to convert off that utility, it's going to be difficult. Forsaken gets the dig on Frostmark, but can he get the kill? Forsaken is going to move back, but hello, goodbye. Fires, he takes out one, but PRX Davai taking down another. The trades have come out, and now it's a 3v3. There should be guns, there should be weapons, but are there utilities? Are there abilities? Because at this point, XcN is just trying to secure the site and get the plant down. But they have guns. They have guns, and they have a Viper Spit. So maybe we see a Viper Spit part 2. It's going to be committed maybe, but they're going to hold off on that. The blind coming through. And now Shiba is going to peek into Frostmite, takes out Frostmite, and Mindfreak is on the flag again. Frostmark falls, and it's all up to Flinch. Flinch finds one with a Sheriff, but Mindfreak, the gun diff. It was a great eco, but again, you're going to have to do a lot more than that to shatter PRXs.
Yeah, PRX is slowly getting into the minds of XcN this time around. XcN was doing the exact same thing last map in Split. They were just unstoppable, and now it seems like PRX, they are not letting up no matter what XcN tries to do. They are just not letting them do it. But XcN now finally back yet again on the assault rifles. They are looking out for revenge. They want revenge, because this is just unjustifiable. This is just injustice. 8-1 on the board. We can take that, and XcN cannot lose this round, because look at their creds, look at their eco. They cannot afford another lost round.
Absolutely, and it's pretty cut and dry here. PRX just having so much map control, and there's just no way for XcN to contest that. Fire Z is trying, but PRX, they just play so close together. It's hard to get those 1v1s. It's hard to get those kills. It looks like Fire Z is effectively shut down by the team play unless they can use utility to throw people off. Because this composition is based on fakes. It's based on information. But they don't have anything. PR Mind Freak has Frostmark though. He's going to throw that snake bite. He's going to wait. He's going to back off here. But that was plenty of time. And that again, the entries from Mind Freak, the super holds from PRX are just working in their favor. And now the rotates are coming in. Mind Freak goes down. Finally, Frostmind ending this nonsense. But Benkai, he's going to be pushing. He's going to be thinking about it, and the tags, again, the tags are going to pull all of these rotates, and with Divide down mid, it's basically secured rotations here, but not if PRX have anything to say for it. The Viper Spit is going to be committed by Frostmind. Frostmind needs to survive this flinch. He's just going to go for the plant, but could he fall? Forsaken taking down flinch. Benkai taking down Frostmind. FireZ is left all alone. Rosify, he has to do something. He has to get these kills, but he falls to Shiba. The retakes are just not working out. XcN, they're playing so far apart from each other. They're just... PRX has their number. They're finding the 1v1s. PRX playing closer as a team than XcN is, and it shows.
Yeah, definitely showing right now. That looks so good for the start for XcN there. They take out Mind Freak, they take out the Viper Spit, and they got the plant with the Viper Spit of their own. But unfortunately, it was Frostmind that got taken out as well. So the Viper Spit goes down, and it's all just history from there on. Now look, Davai. I think this is, I don't know, the 5th round in a row that he is holding that operator, and it has not been punished as of yet. Was punished earlier, but he does have enough credits to buy another one. And now look, speaking of enough credits, XcN is definitely short of that one.
Finally, XcN, Frostmind making that adjustment to control that mid to prevent their rotation. So now they have to hold it down. But Flinch taking out Forsaken is going to make it harder for PRX to hold anything down. Because that's one man with a plan. It's Divide. He's holding, and he's taken by that Tasmanian Tiger and Rosify. They're just trying to default. They want to get more picks. They can't risk being taken down by that operator. Shiba finds one flick. He gets things out. What a great shot from Shiba. He's blinded, but Foskmart is just gonna walk off. They're gonna lick their wounds and move on over somewhere else. But again, the map control really from PRX is just immaculate. As we speak, Mind Freak pushing in. XcN needed to go for that mid control, needed to go for control somewhere, but it didn't work out in their favor. Here in PRX Benkai, they know that somebody's somewhere because the recon port was shot out. That was a great decision making there to Toxin snake bite that angle off. Oh, FireZ! What? Takes down Divide, and now it's going to be a lot more doable because PRX, they're going on a 3v4, but the spike is not down, and there's 30 seconds left. It's going to be a game of plant denial. Mind Freak finds three, ended, but FireZ ends this stream of terror, but Benkai denies FireZ's comeback story to even things up again. The map control from PRX is just too much to handle for XcN.
Yeah, you know what, Gast? The cracks are showing in XcN's armor right now. They are slowly faltering. They are always getting caught off guard by the push, by the lurk of Mind Freak. That flank right there got him that 3k, and that just essentially halted what was such a good eco round for XcN. And those little things, just if someone was just watching behind them, things could have turned very, very differently because they were actually doing so well.
Absolutely, that's crazy. And now it's just gonna be a comfortable half here for PRX. They have no choice but to fight FireZ. He's going to be pushing with the knives, but he whips, and now it's up to Divide. Divide, the super hold, the super jet, the super hopper. He's going to be walking off and say, "I'm super screwed. I'm just gonna run on back." But again, the Odin, hello, goodbye, Frostbite, taking down Forsaken. That is the only thing that we're ending today. But again, the attacker Killjoy's lockdown is in position. It finds no value, but a lot of space is taken in favor of XcN. There's 5 members. This is their last chance to make something happen. It's 10-1. A 10-2 comeback is possible. But again, they're ready for the flag from Benkai, but Benkai's ready for the shot. Frostmind finally ending Benkai, and it's all up to Divide and Mind Freak and Shiba to put this round together. The Viper's been being committed, but Shiba going for that push was unfortunately ended. The Seekers are going to be committed as well. They're going to aim in the general direction, and the Frostmind taking down Divide. It's one more guy. It's Mind Freak all alone. Can he push through? He doesn't have time. He has a shot though. He sees one, sees another. Mind Freak is going on a tear, but Rosify finally ends it. You're going to be the only guy going down today. Dangerous round for XcN, but they take it. It's a 10-2, and it looks like Frostmind and the rest of XcN, they're going to have to outbring PRX because PRX just have so much control, and they have their ticket punched out at this point.
Yeah, outbrain they have to do indeed, because XcN, They are 8 rounds behind, and that is so little room to work with. It's not looking real good for them right now. But luckily for them, though, they do have the proper comp that they need if they want to edge this map out. They have the Killjoy, they have the Viper, they have a lot of uh a lot of defensive utility that they can use in this defensive half. And Fosmork, my eyes are on you because you are yet to step up, my dude.
Absolutely, and this is the thing. They're just Fosmork is essentially shut down because PRX, they're evading his flashes, and it's just so difficult for him to get more value out of things. And just like that, PRX, they're going to go for more control. They're going to create pressure, and there's just so much respect from XcN here. Their retake strategies have essentially been shut down. But let's see if Flinch can shut down this mid push. PRX, they're thinking about it, but they're going to say, nah, never mind. Let's just wait. They're going to cut noise and try to generate pressure. And against an anti-rotational heavy team like XcN, they're going to be on the move. They're going to try to get a read. They're going to make a gamble, and the gamble has been set. Frostmind deciding it's probably going to be an A, and the information all but confirms it. Frostmark finding that information, but again, the tag, the Vi is going to be pushing in. He's blinded as well. Frostmark is going to have a lot of work ahead of him because he's going to be holding down the fort. That Recon Dart almost getting attacked, but getting shot down. That was huge. And now they're going to have to wait 36 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like they're thinking about the rotate, but there's barely enough time for that rotate to happen. But XcN, they don't buy it. They don't buy the fake rotate, but it's a mid-control play. PRX, it's going to be a lot of work for one. Rosify taking down Shiva is going to be moving in. Freeze finally taken down, but they have to worry about Mind Freak. Mind Freak finally taken down by Frostmind. And now it's going to be a lot of people on site. There's barely enough time, but they're just about to get it. 10 seconds left on the clock. The blind showing up. Frostmind taking one down, taking another, and Fire Z closing things out. Forsaken goes down. Great delay from XcN.
That was so good to watch, and that was so good to watch. Frostmind, he waited till the last minute. He was walking his way down to the defender side spawn, and he catches the push from mid side, from the side of PRX, and that was so essential in them winning that round. Now it's a 10-3, 7 rounds behind the belt for PRX. They have a lot of room to work with. We actually saw the Odin get purchased earlier as I don't know, an unconventional buy. But that is the mental slowly getting destroyed for XcN, but they do want to bounce back.
Yeah, well, a lot of things are going to be getting destroyed, including a Recon Dart here. And it looks like Frostmind is going to be holding that down. No information denied for PRX. But again, Benkai is going to be going for that sheriff shot and throws it right down. They needed us round, and Frostmark evening things out, at least taking down Benkai. But the damage has been done because Flinch goes down as well to the sheriff buy of PRX, and 3v4 again. PRX just finding these 1v1s and winning these duels, but can they win this round? Because it looks like XcN, they want to contest it. Devi, though, is going heaven. Nothing to deny him his position here in kitchen. And he's going to be looking for that lurk. PRX, they're changing the tempo. They're changing the pace. And XcN has no idea where everyone is. But Devi has an idea of where they are. He's going to be waiting for that kill. Can he get the shot on Frostmark? Yes? No? Maybe Frostmark going for that peek and finally taking down Devi. 3v3. It is a gun diff, but it already an expensive round for XcN. Fire Z finds one, does not find the other. He whips it all. Frostmark saving his life. That was so dangerous, and it looks like XcN, they need to find their bearings here again. If they want to win, go back to that team play oriented style, go back to trading, go back to your buddy system, because that is what was getting them these rounds against PRX.
Yeah, that was so scary watching FireZS, the whiffing those shots, but in the end, it worked out for them. And yes, XcN definitely need to get back to where they come from. Need to get back to their roots, because it's working out right now. 10-4. It was 10-2 earlier. It's now 10-4, and they definitely have a fighting chance. But it looks iffy because the banks look a little bit iffy for XcN.
It looks like Frostmind is going to be looking like a target because he has been taken by that drone. He's got a tag, and Frostmark here is just going to be moving in down mid, trying to get that information with that Tasmanian Tiger there. But deal is done. It's going to be an eco versus a full buy. Barely any guns, barely any weapons, and it's an interesting strategy here from XcN to just hold to play passive to try to delay the plant as much as possible. But again, PRX taking all of that space is one of their fundamental strongest traits, and it's been one of the fundamentals that have been winning them this map here. Constantly going for space, going to kitchen, trying to cut off rotations, and it looks like they couldn't find one, but Mindfreak finds Flinch. Flinch going down, that's exactly what he wanted. Waiting for those rotations, waiting for the antsiness of XcN to finally rear its head, and it's working. PRX, they're just waiting. They're just waiting for XcN to make a mistake because they know that if they play slow, they're gonna get punished. FireZ taking one taken down, and Divide taking down Rosify. Mindfreak on the lurk again. Frostmark goes down, and Frostmine, he's all alone with a Sheriff. Gets a good shot on Bankai, and that looks like to be what might probably and most likely will be a save from Frostmine. He'll be happy walking off with that one, but with 2 rounds left on. Oh no! PRX. It was going to be difficult. Frostmine going for that peak instead. He wanted to find value, and he certainly got it. It's an 11-4 for PRX here.
Yeah, this is it. This is who. If PRX wins the next round, we go into match point, and XcN definitely cannot afford that. FireZS opting for the operator. They did manage to find off some value with the eco round. They did manage to take out 2 members of PRX, and that leaves the Vi with the Spectre and 2 light armors across the board for Mindfreak and Shiba. And it's going to be key in this next round because match point is right around the corner for PRX.
Well, yeah, XcN, they're gonna... They have to win this round. This is the Hail Mary round because their eco is not looking good. But FireZ, he is going to hold. He needs to get a kill. 80 finds one. Forsaken is finally going down. Stay down, he says. But PRX, they have a lot to say about it. Device says, we are not going to be stopping. We are not going to be held. And we are going to be rotating instead. We're going to hold down this B site. We'll give it to you today, but Mindfreak, he has the lurk again. They keep giving this kitchen side to him. It's up to Flinch and FireZ to react and respond to this pressure here. FireZ takes one down. Mindfreak going down as well. That is their smoke. That is utility, and this could be the comeback round for them. PRX, they lost their critical players here. No walls of any sort. Mindfreak and Forsaken are taking them down. It's up to Divide, Bankai, and Shiba to get the spike down at least, to move that economy along somewhere good. Because PRX, they need this round just as much as XcN do, because economy swings in XcN's favor as soon as PRX lose this round. So they need to drop a few bodies to at least make it a little bit worth it. FireZ is going for that reload. He finds one. Does he get a shot off the peak? No, he does not. Frostmine is there to wait for Divide, but Divide, he wants to get value. He wants to get a kill, but Frostmine says denied. Shiba is on site though. The pressure strat has worked, and they will now be able to secure that A site with a blind as information as well. Shiba though has a shot. He has a straight transfer as well. Boss Marketplace going down. What looked to be a good round is looking to be a horror story because XcN has 3 members and an Opper. No armor on Frostmine. Big problem. Mecha again with a hold, but the whiff allows Rosify to live another day. Shiba takes one down again. It could be the ace, could be the shot. It's a 2v1, barely enough time on the spike. They're gonna have to force a fight, but FireZ saves this round with that Vandal shot. Really dangerous round for XcN, and really expensive one at that.
Yeah, at least they took the dub in that one, and it was FireZ that was key in winning that round. He made that operator work for it, and that's the sub of this team making so much work. It's actually FireZ is actually a sub for Cruzeiro, who is not playing right now for XcN, and holding that operator is making so much value out of it. And yeah, it's just rightfully so because XcN are now on the ropes. Still 11-5 on the board, but it's good that they are halting the momentum of PRX. They are starting to bounce back, and this operator might just be enough. Might just be what they need to get back on the board enough so that they could win this game.
Now PRX is going for those hero rifles here. So they want to win these rounds. They can't afford to get that swing against them. But the blind from Forcemark is going to confirm a few things for them. One, mainly, they might be running a default, and it looks like XcN, they have the idea. They know it's going to be a default. So they're saying, why do I have to push? Why do I have to do anything? But instead of fighting, we run away. FireZ just barely managed to get past those 2 sheriffs right there. And again, PRX, they're just shut down effectively here. There's no information. There's no map control because XcN have almost all of it there. And the lurk up mid is about to secure all of that. With 52 seconds left, they have to make a decision here.
Yeah.
They either force A or they try to create a rotation down B. But so far, there's nothing to force any sort of respect for the pressure strategies from PRX so far. So just like that, time is going to be winding down. The fake barrier from Forsaken, but the Seekers are a counter utility. The Firm, it's going to be a hit down A, and now it's going to be absolute chaos because Frostmine is going to be holding, but dying to Mind Freak, and now it's looking easier for PRX to finally mount this ACO comeback. The hero rifles working out in favor of XcN, and just like that, the Viper's Pit is going to be committed. PRX's hero rifles are just absolutely too much for them to handle, and now it's going to be a really messy retake. It's going to be a brawl in the Mud Pit, or we should say the Viper Pit, for the rest of XcN here. They're going to be pushing in. Mind Freak is down. Shiba is down as well. Phosphor finding one, but Davai taking down Rosify. Benkai going down, and again, 2 apiece for all of them. And just like that, the round has been ended, and so has our game.
Match point.
Oh, that's actually
our game. Oh, actually, it's 12 point. All right, that's the match point. All right, that was my bad. That's my bad, guys.
Yeah, that was actually the match point. Now that
was the match point, but
PRX playing so they were banking on the fact that XcN's mental is in shambles right now, but XcN looks so good for that start of the round. The utilities getting used on both sides. XcN did not fall for that trap, and they read through PRX correctly. The only problem though was PRX had the Viper Split up, and that proved to be their kryptonite that round, as we head off into match point, and Frostmine just stuck with the Sheriff.
Yep, it's gonna be difficult for, again, XcN to do much, but FireZ good for it. Forsaken just as good for it as well. Taking down FireZ, and it's now up to the rest of XcN to make something happen in the Flitch. Going down to Forsaken again. Forsaken is ready to fight and takes down. Gets ready for the takedown. Frostmine taking him down. Davai takes down Frostmine off that trade. 3v2, last opportunity to win, but Davai, he has the lurk. He takes down Rosify, and it's all up to Forksmork against 3 people, against 3 Vandals without much utility left. He gets taken down by Davai, and Forksmork ends this game.
Yeah, definitely. PRX, such a decisive match for that one. You know, I am so surprised that both teams are playing so differently on these different maps. I'm surprised that it's so one-sided. I was expecting going into this match, yes, we are back on a 1-to-1, so it's back to anyone's game now that we are headed off to Bind for the 3rd map, but here's something to look out for. Bind. PaperX statistically has been so much better on Bind compared to XcN, but statistics is not something I want to trust right now, because if the last 2 matches shows anything, statistics are just thrown out of the window because these 2 matches turned up to play out of their minds right now, guys.
Well, yeah, it pays to be bad at math because clearly statistics aren't all that important, you know?
Yeah.
So, great play from both of these teams. Taking a map off each other, it just proves how much homework they did on each other. Icebox, just such a hard map to play with a composition when you don't play for information, when you don't play for that mid area, when you don't play for kitchen. And PRX showing us a masterclass in what it means to attack on Icebox, just moving into these strategic areas, controlling them, and basically running in away with the game. But again, Bind, the home of PRX and XcN, is going to look like a map that is going to be tightly contested by both of these teams. But in the meantime, we'll give you guys a chance to get your water, get your drinks, get your food, and chill out, because we'll be right back after this break. I've been your caster, Gast Talks Fast, and this has been my partner, Dadum, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Rafii takes on FireZ, and it's a push from Forsaken. He says hello. Just like that, it's Rosify and Frostmine. They're all alone. It was an eco. A disaster at that, because the is taking down Frostmine. Rosify, he's scared. He's alone. Can he get value with barely any HP left? Device has no value for you. On it. First Snakebite goes down. Chiba throwing that out. They're going to find everybody. They know where they're hiding, so they're going to be going for the push. No post plan for you. PRX, no. Taking down 2. It's all up to Rosify. Rosify finds one. The Skipender is like, no, he does not. Mind Freak with a right click on Rosify seals the deal.
Man, XcN played that.
Mind Freak, that's looking so dangerous. But look at this. The pincher strategy. Now we know where they are. We have the numbers advantage. We can go for the lurk, and the speed at which his team is moving. PRX is moving so fast. There's barely any time left. Mind Freak can see one. He sees another, but he's blinded. Takes down the Frega, taking down Frostmine. Mind Freak taking down 2. Postmork and Fire Z go against those knives from Fire Z. So he's just gonna say, hey, let's chill, let's wait for that assistance. And he's gonna say, no more waiting, I'm gonna take a kill. Third for me, fourth for me, and now I'm hungry for the ace. Forsaken is going to be eating, and he wants that blood, but he does not check left. He misses. No! Rosify takes him down, and now it's going to look a little bit harder. That the blind coming through. And now Shiba is gonna peek at the Frostbite, takes out Frostbite, and Mind Freak is on the flag again! Frostmark falls, and it's all up to Flinch. Flinch finds one with the Sheriff, but Mind Freak, the gun diff. It was a great eco, but again, you're gonna have to do a lot more than that to shatter PRXs.
Yeah,
Now it's going to be a lot more doable because PRX, they're going on a 3v4, but the spike is not down, and there's 30 seconds left. It's going to be a game of plant denial. Mind Freak, Mind 3, ended, but Fire Z ends this stream of terror, but Benkai denies Fire Z's comeback story to even things up again. Together, the Viper's being committed. The Shiba going for that push was unfortunately ended. The Seekers are going to be committed as well. They're going to aim in the general direction, and the Frostmite taking down the Vi. It's one more guy. It's Mind Freak all alone. Can he push through? He doesn't have time. He has a shot though. He sees one, sees another. Mind Freak is going on a tear, and Rosify finally ends it. You're gonna no armor on Frostmite. Big problem. Becca again with a hold, but the whiff allows Rosify to live another day. The Shiba takes one down again. It could be the ace, could be the shot. It's a 2v1, barely enough time on the spike. They're gonna have to force a fight, but Fire Z saves this round with that Vandal shot. Really Vi takes down Frostmind off that trade. 3v2, last opportunity to win with the Vi. He has the lurk. He takes down Rosify, and it's all up to Forksmork against 3 people, against 3 Vandals without much utility left. He gets taken down by the Vi, and Forksmork ends this game. For the Vi takes out.
And welcome to KJC Esports into the scene. My name is Gan, and this time coming all the way from Indonesia. He's here now in the video call online. From Team Kingslayers, we've got Pandog F, once an observer for Rainbow Six Siege, now a player in Valorant. Let's go ahead and check them out and maybe find out more. So let's go ahead and start on with the interview. I hope you don't mind the condiments prepared by KJC Esports. You know, if you get hungry, just grab one of the chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna grab one now. You know,
it's good.
Do you like cookies?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, oh, go ahead. Oh, there we go. Hey, hold it up there, people to see. All right, there you go. Don't move it around too much because the editor will kill me.
All right, I think this is good.
This is good. Yummy.
Thank you for the cookies, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, all right.
So welcome to One Tap. I am the wacky gamer of KJC Esports. So if you guys don't know what One Tap is, the goal of the show is to give you guys, the viewers, a clear shot of the people that make the Valorant esports scene here in the Philippines. So from pros, casters, production, and many more roles. Because without these people, there would be no scene. So, but first before that, if you've missed any of our previous episodes or can't catch the show live, drop by our YouTube channel as we upload the full videos there. And if you just want highlights, feel free to check out our Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. So, if you guys follow the Valorant esports scene here in the Philippines, you may know that the one in charge of organizing and producing the streams we watch is PPGL. But who's actually in charge for VCT Southeast Asia, making it possible for all these top teams to face each other? So tonight's guest is a Riot employee, and he's worked quite some time now in esports, not just in his position now, but also in casting. So tonight's guest is Alex Archambault, or on Twitter, Opalcast.
The classic to work with here, and they're not gonna get much out of it. Jeju Island down to 12 HP from the
The oneness! A triple spray down. Huge kills from him. It is just the eco.
John Kun's only job is to throw his body to the fire and get a kill. He does get one. John Kun, no way. Showstopper is going to be committed as well. Killers is going to be going. Hunter's Fury committed. 2. He has to walk into this crossfire. Goes for 1. Goes for a 2nd. And goes for a 3rd. Nathan going down. Delan taking him down in exchange, but peeking into 2 people is...
Hey guys, my name's Gen, and welcome back to Post Plan Chat. Today is all about the VTO, or Valorant Tournament 1, which just finished their qualifiers. VTO got big teams across the SCA, and there will only be one from each 8 parts we'll go through shortly to represent onto the quarterfinals. There will be just one to dominate the scene. Hey guys, and welcome to KJC eSports Into the Scene. My name is Gen, and this time coming all the way from Indonesia. He's here now in the video call online. From Team Kingslayers, we've got Pandog F, once an observer for Rainbow Six Siege, now a player in Valorant. Let's go ahead and check them out and maybe find out more. So let's go ahead and start on with the interview. I hope you don't mind the condiments prepared by KJC Esports. You know, if you get hungry, just grab one of the chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna grab one now. You know?
Hey, it's good.
Do you like cookies?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, oh, go ahead.
Can I-
Oh, there we go. Hey. Hold it up there, people, to see. All right, there you go. Don't move it around too much because the editor will kill me.
All right. I think this is good.
This is good.
Alright guys, welcome back. I'm your caster, Gast Talks Fast, and this is my strong, manly partner, Dadum. What's up, everybody? It looks like we brought this game to a 1-1, and it's going to be around map 3. It's going to be one game that decides who is going from semis to finals, who will go the distance, and who will win the prize pool of 6,500 Hong Kong dollars. And I am honestly excited. Dadum, what you got for these teams, man?
I mean, Paper Rex is going to be playing into this 3rd map of the night, which is actually Bind. We have seen them steamrolled a team absolutely out of their mind in Bind, and that's Griffin. And this one key thing to note there, Gast. Every time that Paper Rex plays Bind, they always bring out the Yoru. So it's going to be real exciting knowing Forsaken will probably pick the Yoru. And yeah, that's one thing to watch out for. But XcN, they are no slouch themselves when it comes to Bind. But I don't know. Honestly, I could say some statistics as well, but you know, seeing how neither of the last 2 matches favor the statistics, Gast, I don't wanna quote the math right now.
Dadum, it's just like graduating high school, graduating college, man. As soon as you graduate, you throw those numbers out the window and you do other things. And it looks like that's what these 2 teams are doing. Just throw statistics out. They don't matter. It's all about the reads and it's all about the plays. But what would be interesting here is I'm pretty sure both of these teams, they actually do run Astra on Bind. And this is the thing, PRX, they are so good at just taking that map control. I've seen them before. You've done the VODs. Last quarters, they really do fight for these power positions. They really do fight on attack, fight for lamp control. And if you guys want to fight for something a little bit easier than that, don't forget to sign up for our giveaway, ! Giveaway in the chat to sign up. 10 winners, 15,000 Valorant points. Giveaway on July 3.
1,500.
Winners will be announced. I mean, 1,500. I mean, like, there's nothing else to say. Join the giveaway now. And of course, all of this would not have been possible if it weren't for our lovely sponsor. We are sponsored by AIM Labs. Thank you very much. Up your game, up your aim. So it looks like we're about to get started. And Dadum, though, what you got on these these team comps here?
I mean, you know what? Pretty much, I want to see here both teams fragging out on the aggression, because with the current meta, with patch 3.0 just being patched out, the current meta in pro play is that most teams, they opt to play bind with like a double or even a triple info with the Sova, with the Sky, and sometimes even a Cypher, and nobody actually puts priority on the Sentinels. Usually it's one Astra is enough. Like I said, Astra puts up so much value on the defensive side now, especially on bind, because now that Sentinels aren't required. Also, it's either the Astra or the Viper. And both of these teams are well versed. As we see last game, they're well versed to play with both Astra and Viper. And now look, the Yoru pick I was talking about, Forsaken instantly locking that one up. What do you think about Yoru in bind, my guy Gast?
Why do I have to think about Yoru? I hate thinking about Yoru. I literally just tweeted about how he should be deleted from the game because of how much I hate him. But for PRX, I mean, they want to create pressure strats.
Choose your agent.
Bind TPs are perfect for those pressure strats. Again, Forsaken is going to be using those footsteps for sure. If not to fake a rotation, at least to fake an execute. And that's what they need here. That's the edge that PRX has over XcN. It's the fact that their comp lends so much more to pressure strats in comparison to XcN, which is just going to play the standard Sentinel lockdown, going basically what is triple sent here. So they would rather play for info and post than they would play for the aggressive aggressive pushes here.
Something to note though from PRX is that they are switching things up. It's usually the Vi on the duelist role. You see him on the Jet, on the Phoenix, on the Reyna actually sometimes. But right now, it's actually Forsaken that's going to take on the entry frag role for PRX. And it's the Vi on that supportive Sky. Because Forsaken, we've seen him before in this very same position. When he plays Yoru, he doesn't really play like Yoru. He still plays like Sky as Yoru only. But this is going to be the double threat now from PRX. They're going for the double flash and a lot of info in their hands. And what is essentially a double Sentinel lineup from them as well. Because they have the Astra and the Viper. But on the other side, we actually have a double Sentinel for XcN. They have the Sage and the Cypher, which is something you don't usually see. Sage is such an unconventional pick for this map as we head off to game number 3 and everything on the line for both of these teams.
Absolutely, and with everything on the line, they're definitely going to have to change things up. They're going to have to rack their brain and bring every strat that they possibly have out of the book. But with that wall down hookah, it's going to make it a little bit difficult for them to execute any sort of strat. So now PRX, they're just going to play default, try to cut the noise and cut that information. XcN doing the same, playing for their defensive comps, playing for retakes on Frostmind's camera here. That's exactly what they want to do. They just want to slow down the pace of this game, and with 2 Sentinels and an Astra to delay, that's exactly what's going to happen. And would you look at this, they're just waiting. PRX, they're expecting aggression from XcN here, but it looks like that they get is a lot of more information instead from Frostmind. And with that 50 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be a rotation and it's going to be a decision. Is it B? Is it A? Because they do have the TP available, but with the spike down hookah, it almost confirms what the play is going to be. Forsaken is going to try to get the debate there, throwing down those TPs, but I doubt that XcN is going to buy it because the utility is being forced down B. And here we go, the side take. It's up to Fire Z on the Sage. Not playing duelist today, but he's going to be backed off by that snake bite. The flash coming out as well, but the flash on the backside is going to make it harder because Forsaken and Shiva are taking down the last 2 lines of defense. Rosify is going to trace against the knife, but the Vi is denied. Forsaken going for that trade. Frostmind going for another, but it's all alone against 3 people. Gets taken down by Forsaken.
Yeah. Forsaken just seals that round up for PRX. That was them. PRX played that default so nicely. They waited for such a long amount of time because they know that they can be slowed down a lot by the double Sentinel threat of XcN. Waited for a lot of time. They waited for the baits. They're actually taking a page out of XcN's book. This is how XcN plays. They play those defaults so long. They try to get as much info as they can. They try to get the baits. And look who's baiting who now as round 1 actually goes to PRX. And XcN are back on the eco.
Definitely. I mean, PRX, the utility difference from them is just astounding, and aggression as well. Mindfreak is pushing past all of that utility, takes down one, takes down another.
Oh my god.
Down. Again, it's up to Frostmind to hold down the site, but they take down his camera, they take down his life. Forsaken taking down Frostmind. Again, PRX with this trademark aggression through bats with the unexpected quick plays are winning them these rounds. And Forsaken as well. Rosify going down. Fire Z is all alone and not for long. Forsaken says you can join your friends. That's a 3K for him.
Farzi's though finding the diamond in the rough. He gets just a little bit value on that round as he picks up 1 kill. And that is going to hurt. Is it going to hurt the Eco PRX enough for them to have 1 assault rifle off their hands? And looks like it will, because Benkai and Davai both holding those Spectres, as that gives XcN the gun advantage going into this round. It's, you know, I love how PRX plays these defaults, and yeah, they are definitely heading off to game number 3 with a 2-round advantage. Let's get right into round number 3.
And XcN here, they're playing a little bit passive, and now they're gonna go aggressive and challenge this bath control here, and that's what they're gonna get. A lot of aggression and a lot of space. They need to play against this default. They have to challenge it somehow. Use your utility, use your information, push and fight for these critical areas, and you'll be able to take it off PRX, because when you give PRX space, they are gonna do what they want, and they are going to take space convincingly. Benkai is going to be moving back though. Now, what they're doing is they just want to create some sort of pressure. They want to create a little bit of pressure, try to bait out those rotates so that they can overwhelm sites with their executes. That is textbook PRX here. Yeah. Textbook. Bait rotations, create pressure, and execute on where there's less people. And right now, they're going to get information that it's B that's not very stacked. And now the ultimate is going to be going dimensional drip, spotting out 1. He's blinded. Another blind as well. Davai is going to be pushing into the fires. He takes on 1. Forsaken finally ends his reign of terror. But now it's a free site. There's nobody there except everyone else down backside. XcN relinquishing the site and playing retake. Planted. That's smart, but Foskmark, he has the lurk. He's waiting, but Mindfreak has the shot. Foskmark has been read. PRX said is a little bit fishy that they're not going with the Phoenix Flash. I know that there's somebody's lurking, and he finds it, and now it's going to be a 3v4 retake against all of the biggest aimers and biggest brainers of PRX. It's Forsaken and Mindfreak. The Vion support, and now they're going to be playing that organized retake. Play it slow. Wait, but the information has been taken. Forsaken knows that there's going to be somebody there when he finds himself, and he gets rotation revealed. But Forsaken is taken down. Frostmind and Flinch, and Rosify takes on 1, but there's barely enough time. There's barely enough bullets and barely enough HP. Mindfreak finally ending Rosify's life.
Forsaken is making the Euro pick work so hard here for PRX. They are Forsaken is finding so much value. As you look at him, he is at 9-1, and that dimensional drift gave them enough info they need to know that only 2 members of XcN are actually in B. XcN though, this lineup is not working out so well for them. This lineup is designed to slow down the pushes and not for retake games. And this is paying off right now, because 3-0 is now on the board. They are back on the Sheriffs.
Absolutely, and look at that. Look, PRX just playing so well together off of Davai's guiding lights. So much value, so much safety, and so much defense from Davai. Every single time he throws that guiding light, somebody goes down, and every time he throws himself out, somebody goes down as well. That's Fire Z off Davai's peak, and Mindfreak is going to be peeking a little bit towards Bath. But can he be denied? Can Mindfreak get these kills? No, he cannot. He might not go for that timing play there. He might just wait for somebody to peek him. Instead, he's thinking about it. It's a battle, and it's a win. Mindfreak taking on Foskmark again. The timing, PRX, they're just waiting. They are so good at punishing XcN's just antsiness. They're so ready for every single fight, and now Rosify is going to be throwing that Hunter's Fury. Flinch is going to be throwing the vibe back to the cemetery, and it's up to Frostmind to hold that down. But Flinch on the crossfire from Mindfreak is going to be taking out Shiba, taking out Frostmind as well. It's all up to Rosify, but he has a Sheriff and a death from Mindfreak. Gun diff.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that Rosify committed the Hunter's Fury there, because he has been contesting so much for the orbs, and yes, he has been getting priority on that every single time down B long, but the commit there on the eco round on the Hunter's Fury did not find them much value. And no worries though, because they are back on the full assault rifle lineup, but their bank looking kind of iffy. So if there is a time for XcN to turn things around, it is now, because they cannot afford to lose this one.
PRX is just rolling in the money. They got that juicy stuff. But Frostmark is going to be going on the defensive, offensive here with the rest of the team. This is what they want. They want map control. They want to kill him. Now free taking down one with FireZ, finally trading him out. No ult, big problem, but the orb is still there. They can still go for it and go for the res as well. Forsaken already taken down by Rosify. Off that peak, the timing play is in play as well. Davai and Benkai working the work. Frostmind and Rosify go down. It's the ult committed, the Seekers have been committed, and the information is out as well. No ultimate for FireZ, no res, big problem. The Vi is waiting.
One enemy remaining.
Flinch, but Shiba gets ahead of him. Taking down Flinch again. It's up to FireZ. The aggression play was good, but they don't have enough for a retake, and now it's up to FireZ to save or swim. And it looks like he's going to save.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to save this one because, as we mentioned a while ago, look at the creds list here for XcN. 350, 900, 400, 100, 550. They can't even afford the ride back home because they don't even they can't even pay for the taxi. And yes, they had the right idea there. XcN with the aggression started off the round really well. They get off the first kill onto Mindfreak, and that takes Cosmic Divide out of the equation. But things went wrong somewhere along the way, and now they are back grasping for coins. And things are not looking so well right now for XcN because PRX slowly getting into their heads. It's starting to look a little bit good now for XcN, but don't worry because there is hope at the end of the tunnel. 5-0 on the board is not as bad as it seems. They can still bounce back from this, definitely. And yeah, they have 3 ultimates to their name coming into the next round. So let's see if they're going to commit this, especially because we know that Rosify used that Hunter's Fury the last time they went into the eco. And let's see, he's contesting for this orb yet again.
Absolutely, and again, PRX, they're just so good at punishing XcN's aggression here. They're ready. They have the duels, and XcN has to make better use of their utility, like how they did on Split, if they want to be able to take these defensive rounds. Offensive utility that creates pressure for PRX to rotate, to question whether or not they should go for a site. It starts with the utility, it starts with the frags, and it starts with the map control. But so far, PRX, they just have it down locked to a T. They're winning these duels. Use the utility, throw them off, and that's how you're going to win. And Davai is going to know that FireZ is inside that hookah position, but FireZ is going to think about it. He's going to walk off those shark darts. He's going to dance around them and just take a better position down hookah. That is information. That is some sort of idea where everybody is. And PRX, again, patience. Patience from them. XcN, they have the read. This is a gamble that just might pay off. FireZ taking down Shiva. It's going to be the dimensional drift. He sees one. FireZ does not take down Divide, and it's going to be the gun diff. Phantoms versus Sheriffs. Forsaken sees one. Sees another on the Grace transfer, and Forsaken goes for his third. Rosify is all alone. Forsaken, no. Benkai goes down though. Rosify, he has recon. He has a Sheriff, but not the shot. Divide finally ending his reign of terror again. Forsaken again and again and again. Yeah. This man is just tearing it up today.
Yeah, Forsaken definitely feeling at home with the Uru, with the bind, making so much value out of that dimensional drift. It's only the 6th round, and he's already used dimensional drift twice, both times finding so much success. And now we are back. That was the eco round though, so that was a respectable try from XcN. They had the Sheriffs in hand. They did manage to pick up a few kills, but now they are back on the assault rifles with 4 ultimates to their name, so they definitely have more tools now.
Yeah, PRX, they just dominate this map here. They do so well. They know the strategies, they know the rotations, and more importantly, they know how a Cypher would play it. They know that XcN has to play passive. They know that they can't play retake, and it's pretty punishing right now. Mindfreak taking down Frostmite, punishing a little bit more, and now it's up to Flinch. Flinch versus Mindfreak. Mindfreak going down Flinch. Finally ending his reign there, but Davai says, I'm gonna trade him out anyway. You don't have a chance in hell. And now it's up to the 3 members of XcN to try to mount this comeback, because again, this is a round they need. If they don't win this, that's their eco gone. That's another round gone, and it's a score difference that is looking increasingly more dangerous with this angle on Divide, with the rest of the team going for the retake. XcN has no choice but to push. Forsaken has moved off that Lance angle, and now the retake begins, but Forsaken is holding. He's waiting. He is ready. He's getting shot out of that box. They're spamming him, but that was close for Forsaken. There's still a chance, but the clock is ticking. They're waiting. Bankai finding one, taking him down. Look behind you. Shiba taking another. Fires. He goes down. Force mark. It's all up to you, but denied by Forsaken with no time left, no kills left. That was convincingly PRX's attack ground.
Yeah, PRX are definitely unstoppable right now. XcN, they need to find their gripping soon. This lineup is just not working out for them so far. The triple sentinel lineup basically is not their forte, but they have to make this work if they want to stay in VTO, if they want a shot at that $6,500 price, Hong Kong dollar price pool. They have to get a grip now because it's 7-0 on the board and PRX are not slowing down anytime soon.
And this is what we're talking about here. PRX, when you give them the momentum, they're gonna run away with the game. They're already dictating the pace. Slowly, XcN are playing more and more passive, and the Hunter's Fury is going to be committed. Shiba taking down taking down Flinch, and Frostman goes down as well. And now Forsaken, he wants a lot more than just an entry. He's going to throw that blindside out, and he's gonna peek, taking down Rosify and going to go for Fire Z as well. Shiba ending the round with Fostmork on the flank. Again, the reads from PRX, they know it's going to be either Fostmark on Flinch coming from behind, and they are ready every single time.
XcN definitely does not look so good right now. That was the eco round though, so it was their round to give away. But the key thing to note there, it just goes to show you the amount of utilities used there. The Hunter's Fury getting committed on top of the push from Forsaken, the blind sides onto the city side, goes to show you just how much in control PRX is right now, and they will not look to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, but Fostmark is blinded, and Devi taking him down. He has the information, and now he has the kill. The aggression plays are being read like an open book from PRX and XcN. XcN needed to win this defensive round because their composition is only defense. They need Fostmark to show up, but so far, he's had a quiet half. It looks like a dangerous game for XcN if they cannot reel this defensive half in, because this was their only shot at creating a margin favorable to them, but instead, PRX made it favorable to themselves. And now, they're just going to play the waiting game. They're going to play it slow. They know that XcN wants to aggress, and they are punishing it every single time with utility, which is what XcN wanted to do. Use their utility to punish PRX, but so far it's not working. They have an idea, and now, just like that, the Dimensional Drift and the Seekers are going to be committed. Forsaken is moving towards backside again, and he finds information. Frostman and Flinch, though, have something to say about it. Divine Shiva going down. Hunter's Fury being committed as well. He wants to find something. Rosify finds a little bit of information, but the Viper Spit is going to make it a lot more difficult. They're going to try to spam. They're going to try to push, but Bankai says no, and Mind Freak says no. Bankai again taking down Frostman. It's up to Freeze Fire, but unfortunately, the fire looks like it's just been out.
Yeah, that almost looked good for XcN. They used the recon bolt, spots the member of PRX, spots the plant coming through. Hunter Fury was not able to secure the kills, but that almost looked so well for them until the plant was committed, until the Viper Spit was brought out by PRX. Then they started to falter because they do not have the comp for the retake game, like we've been saying a few times already, and the Sentinel lineup just not working out for them. I want them to try new things now that they are back on the eco.
Yeah, and now Device going again, throwing that dog down heaven. Mind Freak throwing himself at Fostmark. Fortunately for them, Flinch is able to get the trade, but that is still an advantage because it's just Sheriffs against Phantoms. They have to play like they are cracked out gods. Fire Z, they know where he is, and now it's going to be a push and a kill for Devi. Fire Z going down, and just like that, each member of XcN falling one by one to PRX's relentless aggression, the gun difference and the skill difference, taking each member down. PRX, Divine, and Forsaken doing all of the work. One by one they fall, and again, a point in favor of PRX. The composition difference.
Yeah, Gast, I think that round just goes to show you how much PRX is in XcN's heads right now. They were stuck with the eco, so I was expecting them to go for those buddy systems that they love doing, playing so aggressively because they can afford to. But they didn't even try to. They were just playing safe, even though they were holding the sheriffs, even though they had nothing to lose that round. They were still playing safe, and that, I think, that just goes to show you that they are slowly faltering to PRX's mercy right now.
They need this play. FireZ, he's going to do it. FireZ wins this duel. If he's able to take down their Astra, they could run away with this game. They could get it back. There's still a good chance for a comeback. After all, it's just a 10-0. It's not a 12-0. They have even guns and even skills. But can they finally break the wall that is PRX with Frostmark and FireZ playing that bully system? It could be just that, because it's a stack down A. They're going to go for the delay, but Shiba is throwing down that recon. Bengai is throwing down those bullets down Flinch's way, and again 5v4, but there's a chance. Everybody, shower control is present from XcN. It's FireZ and Frostmark, but Frostmark goes down to Forsaken again. Forsaken denying them their dreams, taking them away. He's a dream stealer, but FireZ is a dream maker. He takes down Forsaken. Mindfreak taking on FireZ again on that lurk. They were not ready, they were not prepared, and now it's up to Rosify and Frostmite. Frostmite is going to peek, but no, he goes down. Rosify taken down by Divine, and it's all up to Frostmite. Frostmite taking down Mindfreak. He has HP, but not the kill. Frostmite ended by Shiba. And just like that, 11 to 0.
Round before the switch.
11-0 indeed. It's not looking too good for XcN right now, but that was such an exhibition for PRX. They used their utilities so darn well. They used the Astra smokes, the gravity wells, and those hawks to entry so flawlessly, and that's just them playing to their advantage right now. They are using they're showing off their skills right now. PRX and 11-0 on the board. XcN, they want to try to make something happen. Now that's almost match point.
Paper Rex textbook. Textbook reads, textbook strategy. But can they get these textbook shots? Because Rosify is going for that aggression. Frostmark is going for that as well. He sees one, but the crossfire again for Forsaken is going to deny him. Divide, taking down XcN. Frostmite off that peak. FireZ is going to go for those trades as well. Mindfreak goes down. Forsaken, he knows where Rosify is. Rosify going down. Again, Forsaken. This is the Forsaken show. This is PRX. Textbook. The res coming for Flinch. And the plan coming for B. Again, the retake. 3v3. Can XcN do it? Can they stop the bleeding? Can they take one map against the gods of Bind? PRX or Cosmic Divide is being committed, but it does not get the spike. This is going to be their entry. Cosmic Divide and the Dimensional Drift being prepared by Forsaken. Forsaken goes for it. He's going to wait. He's going to wait. He's going to try to create some pressure down backside. He gets that pressure, but gets two. Forsaken taking out FireZ Flinch. It's all up to Frostmark. He's all alone. Backside, Hunter's Fury. The shot for Forsaken. And it's over. That is the 12th round. 12-0 for PRX. The positioning, utility, and team play from PRX overwhelming XcN.
Forsaken, that was the 4th time he used that dimensional drift. Just goes to show you how unstoppable he is right now. Every single time he used the dimensional drift, he didn't even have to TP away, and he still managed to make a heck of a lot of value, get a lot of value from that ultimate. Just that single dimensional drift from Forsaken, just so much. PRX are actually playing out of their minds right now. On top of the Astra, on top of the Vi, on top of Shiba and Benkai. And 12-0 on the board. It's not yet over, but XcN, this is it, boys.
They went over till the fat lady sings, and XcN, they're gonna be moving in. They're hungry. They want this. This is their last shot. They have to play this perfectly. They need this control. They need this plant, but the delay from the Astra Nebula is going to make it a lot harder, and the rotations are going to be coming in. PRX knows how desperate XcN is, but XcN doesn't care. They're going to be throwing that drone in, and just like that, Forcework is going in with the Vi taking on FireZ for taking down Frostbite. Flinches, trades after trades after trades. It's all up to one, but he falls. Mindfreak ending the game. 13-0. PRX will move on to be our grand finalists for the KJC VALORANT Tournament 1.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be PRX versus Zeals in our grand finals tomorrow. And yes, that was such... that was so... That last map was textbook. And the Yeah, the score is just proof of that. Look, 13-0. Just goes to show you what PRX can do when they get that momentum. Yes, they looked like they faltered in the first round, but then again, that was just them feeling things out, making a run for how XcN plays. And once they got a grip, they just steamrolled, man. They did not stop for anything. And that just goes to show you that PRX, their momentum, it builds. It builds even through games because they were moving so quickly in the second game, and in just the third game, they were unstoppable in Bind.
It was honestly, as well as a compositional, the way that both of these teams played their comps really well is telling. Again, the more agents means a bigger comp pool, and honestly, XcN, they had to make the most of their stall comp. They wanted to slow down PRX because that's how you beat PRX. You slow down their side takes, you stop them. But PRX, fooling XcN into wasting their utility every single time, rendered that strategy completely nullified. And that was crazy. That is crazy knowledge from PRX to essentially nullify their defensive strategy and just roll over them and play the game the way they wanted to play. And it's that intelligence that won them these rounds. It's forcing that utility out. It's just playing to the strengths of your composition, playing with that Skypick Devi again. So good at setting things up for his teammates and himself. Textbook PRX, you got the reads, you got the util wasting, and you have the map pressure everywhere, the aggressive control and the punish for lurks and the aggression. Everything was there. And I guess on these two teams' home map, PRX wins it and goes on to be our grand finalists for the day. But I guess that's it for us, folks. That was a exciting map 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to see you soon tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be our grand finals. Looks like with 10 p.m. with Zeal against PRX. So stay tuned, guys. In the meantime, I've been your caster, Gast Talks Fast, and this has been my partner, Dadum. We are going to be signing off, and we hope to see your faces tomorrow. Thanks.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Sage not playing Duelist today, but he's going to be backed off by that snake bite. The flash coming out as well, but the flash on the backside is going to make it harder because Forsaken and Shiva are taking down the last two lines of defense. Rosify is going to trace against the knife, but Devi is denied. Forsaken going for that trade. Frostmine going for another, but it's all alone against three people. Gets taken down by Forsaken. The Frostmite to hold down the site, but they take down his camera, they take down his life. Forsaken taking down Frostmind again. PRX with this trademark aggression through bats, with the unexpected quick plays, are winning them these rounds, and Forsaken as well. Rosify going down. Fire Z is all alone, and not for long. Now they're going to be playing that organized retake. Play it slow. Wait, but the information has been taken. Forsaken knows that there's going to be somebody there when he finds himself, and he had rotation reveal. But Forsaken is taken down. Frostmind and Flinch, and Rosify takes on one, but there's barely enough time. There are barely enough bullets and barely enough HP. The dimensional drift, he sees one. Fire Z does not take down Divide, and it's going to be the gun diff. Phantoms versus Sheriffs. Forsaken sees one, sees another on the face transfer, and Forsaken goes for his third. Rosify is all alone. Forsaken, no. Benkai goes down though. Rosify, he has recon. He has a Sheriff, but not the shot. For Forsaken, there's still a chance, but the clock is ticking. They're waiting. Benkai finding one, taking him down. Look behind you. Shiva taking another. Fires, he goes down. Force mark. It's all up to you, but denied by Forsaken with no time left, no kills left. That was convincingly PRX's attack ground.
Yeah, PRX.
The pace slowly. XcN are playing more and more passive, and the Hunter's Fury is going to be committed. Shiba taking down taking down Flinch, and Frostman goes down as well. And now Forsaken, he wants a lot more than just an entry. He's going to throw that blindside out, and he's going to peek, taking down Rosify and going to go for Fire Z as well. Shiba ending the round with Foskmore. Them their dreams, taking them away. He's a dream stealer, but Fire Z is a dream maker. He takes down Forsaken. Mindfree taking on Fire Z again on that lurk. They were not ready, they were not prepared, and now it's up to Rosify and Frostmine. Frostmine is going to peek, but no, he goes down. Rosify taken down by Devi, and it's all up to Frostmine. Frostmine taking down Mindfreak. He has HP, but not the kill. Frostmine ended. From the Astra Nebula is going to make it a lot harder, and the rotations are going to be coming in. PRX knows how desperate XcN is, but XcN doesn't care. They're going to be throwing that drone in, and just like that, force work is going in. But the fight taking on Fire Z for second down. Frostmite flinches, trades after trades after trades. It's all up to one, but he falls. Mindfreak ending the game 13-0. See on the stage, not playing.